Am I the meanest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
What up, y'all already know this is Punch on Boxer, a.k.a. Mr. Moo Shine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, el Sazón, el Borracho, el Pastor de Boxeo. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday, happy Thursday. Get your little drink on, little margarita in the building. Aquí me mito. Yeah. Boxing. The first half of the sport of boxing is lit. It's lit. And if you ain't happy with the first half of the sport of boxing, you ain't a real boxing fan. If you ain't happy with these names, Stephen Fulton versus Naoya Inoue. If you ain't happy with Naoya Inoue, you ain't a boxing fan. Stephen Fulton, you ain't a boxing fan. Canelo Alvarez, you ain't a boxing fan. Virgil Ortiz, you ain't a boxing fan. Gervonta Davis, you ain't a boxing fan. Ryan Garcia, you ain't a boxing fan. If you don't like what's going on in the sport of boxing, David Benavidez, you ain't a boxing fan. Caleb Plant, you ain't a boxing fan. If you ain't happy with these guys, you ain't a boxing fan. Javin Haney, you in the boxing fan. Loma Chick, you in the boxing fan. CEO 50, you in the boxing fan. Josh Teddy, you in the boxing fan. If you ain't happy with these guys, now I can understand if you're a Bud Crawford fan or Earl Spence fan. You know what I'm saying? You could be frustrated. You could be frustrated. Shout out to AJ Girl getting back in the ring as well. Shout out to Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. They look seems like they finalizing the deal. Shout out to the ladies. Chantel Cameron versus Katie Taylor, May 20th. That's a big fight. Hope Amanda Serrano get well very, very, very soon. He said, why Josh Taylor? What you mean, why Josh Taylor? Lee? You don't want Josh Taylor? What's going on? You Josh Taylor team from Lopez. What you mean? Canelo avoiding Canelo, y'all. Canelo avoiding Canelo. That's what? Hold on. Adrien Broner signing with Don King. Damn, Adrien Broner. Two dudes that's coming out the grave. Man. Two dudes. They're on life support. One as a promoter, one as a fighter. Man. What a news. Hold on. Put that picture up. Hold on. Excuse me. I just want to eat a little bit of chippy chip. Wow. Don King coming out the grave as a promoter. Adrien Broner coming out the grave as a fighter. Two guys that need each other more than ever. Because they pull it off. Only in America, folks. Only in America. Wow. He went from Al Heyman to BLK to Don King. Desperate times for desperate measures. I guess that's what it is. Desperate times for desperate measures. That money is a photo op. AB don't got that money. Now, AB don't got that money. That's a photo op. I don't believe that money. That money, that's funny money. That's funny money. I don't believe in it. Even though that I'm happy that, you know what I'm saying, somebody believing him and somebody taking a chance on him. I'm happy for that. But ain't for, because remember, he was so happy with the BLK Prime. Remember, he got money. Remember, he got the 10 million, and then all of a sudden that shit disappeared. What happened with BLK Prime? What happened? You got to be you got to be a desperate dude to go back to Don King. You got to be a desperate fighter to go to Don King, because Don King, who he got? Makabu lost. That's all he had, Makabu. Kevin Effect in the building. What's good, Kev? In effect, in the mother effing building. What's good, Kevin Effect? Y'all already know if y'all want to become a member of the Punch on Boxing. Join my brother, Kevin Effect, a supporter. You already know. Familia in the building. What's good, baby? What's good? All right. Another news in the sport of boxing. Another news. Goddamn, I want to know who the hell is the manager of Mario Barrios, because, damn, he's pulling all the good strings. You the Denny's guys. Mario Barrios for the WBC order interim welterweight title fight. Damn, Mario Barrios getting all the opportunities, all the chances. Damn, hey, yo, whoever is his manager, Bob Santos, you are doing one hell of a job of putting Mario Barrios in position. He got a Gervonta Davis fight, pay-per-view. You know that Mario Barrios headlined 2 pay-per-views back-to-back? Do you know that Mario Barrios headline 2 pay-per-views back-to-back? Because a lot of people just seen that Gervonta Davis, Keith Thurman. But do you know that Mario Barrios have headlined 2 pay-per-views back-to-back? Whoever is his manager, you are doing one hell of a job. And now you're going to be fighting your Dennis Ugas. Y'all already know that Mario Barrios did come back in a good performance, good ending. But now he WBC. Oh, damn, Mario Barrios, I don't know. Hey, yo, what type of envelope you giving, you know what I'm saying, under the table and stuff like that. But damn. I would have liked to see Mario Barrios versus Boots Ennis. Damn. That means Danny Medina in the building. What's good? Donnie in the building. What's good? Danny Medina in the building. One of the Punch Wrong Boxing. You already know, man. Join and become a member. Stop being cheap out there. Support the channel. You know how to support the channel. Smash the like button. Y'all already know, man. Want to donate to the channel? Super chat, Cash App, become a member. Y'all already know. Here we go. Y'all already know it's Thursday. But anyway, shout out to Danny Medina. Shout out to Kevin Effect. You're the Dennis Ugas versus Mario Barrios. WBC orders interim welterweight title fight. This means, you know what this means? It's either two things. Man, Dad's in the building. What's good? Hello, chat. I guess people miss what Canelo said in the interviews. Oh, I've seen a couple of interviews and stuff like that. Shout out to Canelo Alvarez. We're going to be talking about that, right? But let's break down a little bit of the news today. You know, you're Dennis Ugas, Mario Barrios, WBC, which means 2 things. 2 things. Hold on. Which means 2 things. It means that Keith Thurman has retired, or that Keith Thurman, that's it, has moved on to the 154 pounds. That's it. He's never going to fight at 147-pound division ever. That's what it means. 2 things. Either Keith Thurman retired, or he has moved on to the 154. Look, I've heard that Errol Spence is going to be fighting Keith Thurman at 154. Errol Spence is saying that it's not Keith Thurman. So I don't know what the hell is going on with Keith Thurman's career. I think he's done a disservice to his career. I mean, we talk about a lot of people's business decisions and stuff like that. He had a good fights, but man, what is unfortunate career that Keith Thurman had, man. It reminds me like a Steve Francis or something like that in the NBA. Not Odom, was it Odom? Something like that. I forgot his name. Tall dude that will play for Portland Trailblazers. Unfortunate situation, man. Has forfeited his career, man. Had a promising Hall of Fame career, man. 1 second. Is it this one? Hold on. Erase this one right here. Let's go back right here. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button on your way in. You get a little bit of chippity chip. Let me get a little bit of chippity chip. Excuse me. I'm just a little bit hungry. Okay. What's going on, my brother? Always good to see you grinding, hustling, and growing. Good looking out, swave suavemente, besame. What's good, man? Good looking out, man. Appreciate that, man. So again, boxing is great. We got upcoming great fights in the first half of the sport of boxing. I think I've been asking for this. What I've been asking for the sport of boxing is to give us momentum. When we got some great fights, I want other promoters to look at other promoters' event and say, okay, we need to keep this thing going because we got the eyeballs in the sport of boxing. I like what Golden Boy Promotion is doing. That was smart for Golden Boy Promotion to put the Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia April 22nd because they're going to have a big show following that show. They got Virgil Caesar standing on it. So Golden Boy Promotion is going to be doing their thing. Also, Golden Boy Promotions got Rosado and Sundo Ramirez. So Golden Boy Promotion is doing their thing, man. You got to give credit where credit is due. Golden Boy Promotion is doing their thing, man. That's what they got to do. Sustain the eyeballs in the sport of boxing. They're going to be busy. They're going to be busy. Oscar De La Hoya, Bernal Hopkins, Eric Gomez. They are busy. They are busy. They are busy. Again, let me run down a couple of fights. I already know that y'all know, but for the new people that's coming in, let me run down a couple of fights that we're going to have. We're going to have David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant next week, March 25th out there. Super middleweight division primary fight that needs to happen. The best test for David Benavidez. Y'all already know Caleb Plant already had a Canelo Alvarez fight. He lost. Knocked out Anthony Durrell in his follow-up. Good performance. Didn't take an easy fight. Got to give credit what credit is due when it comes to Caleb Plant. Shout out to Caleb Plant, his newborn child. I think he's had a daughter several months ago. Shout out to Caleb Plant. Who else? What else we got? No. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on. Yeah. 1 second. No, 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Doing a couple of things right here. I gotta get rid of a couple of things. Okay. Come. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, okay. Just had to get rid of a couple of things out here. So, of course, and also following it up, we got April. We got Shakur Stevenson back in Newark, New Jersey, in front of his home. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson. Also, we got. Let's see if I get a reply back. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we got Keyshawn Davis going to be in the undercard. We got Jared Anderson back in the ring April 9th out here in Newark, New Jersey, tri-state area. Y'all already know, man. Shakur Stevenson, one of the best guys in the sport of boxing. It could be on your pound-for-pound list. Shakur Stevenson, 2-division world champion, beating the likes of Jamel Herring, beating the guys of Council Cial, Cancun, beating the likes of Oscar Valdez that beat Miguel Burchell. So Shakur Stevenson is a proven fighter, proven elite fighter, and hope to see him what he's going to do in the 135-pound division. Follow it up with that. Of course, you already know Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Virgil Ortiz versus Stanionis. Then we're going to be moving forward to the King, Canelo Alvarez, back in the ring, back in his hometown, back home after 12 years in Mexico. The King in himself, the cash cow of the sport of boxing, Canelo Alvarez, the 4th-division world champion, super middleweight undisputed, Canelo Alvarez, King Nelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Kelo, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. get the fuck out of here, man. Canelo Alvarez back in the ring versus none other than John Ryder. Now, there's going to be people out there that's been critical of this fight. I've been one of the ones that's been critical about this fight, but it's not really about me being critical about this fight. And I gotta keep it real, yo. I got to keep it real. Let me take a little bit of zippity zip. It's not about being frustrated with this fight. It's not about me not understanding that Canelo Alvarez has been injured. Canelo Alvarez has surgery. Canelo Alvarez is deserving of the tune-up. Canelo Alvarez is deserving to pick whoever he want to pick because he has done the work. He has carried the sport of boxing, and why not have the power to pick your opponents like Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, a bunch of dudes in the sport of boxing that has carried the sport. It's nothing about questioning Canelo Alvarez because Canelo Alvarez, even when he had decisions where he could have picked easier opponent, he picked Dimitri Bivol. When there was like 4 opponents on the table, 2 deals on the table, Charlo David Benavidez or Dimitri Bivol or Triple G, the trilogy. And he picked that Dimitri Bivol fight, Cinco de Mayo. That was a tough opposition. You got to give credit where credit is due. Now, of course, there's other names that been circling as potential opponent for Canelo Alvarez for years and years and years, and maybe that's why I want to see those type of fights. I still want to see those type of fights, but you cannot shame Canelo Alvarez. You cannot shame Canelo Alvarez. Looking at his resume, look at his accomplishment. You cannot shame the cash cow, the King Nelo, aka Cartelo. You cannot shame Canelo Alvarez. You could be frustrated. You could ask for a fight that you want to see. You could be like, damn, I want to see Canelo Alvarez do this type of matchup. But at the end of the day, you cannot shame a guy that been carrying the sport of boxing. His resume speak for itself. His accomplishments speak for itself. He's a walking Hall of Famer. He retired right now. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You cannot shame Canelo Alvarez. I don't give a damn if you're a fan or not, or you're a hater, or you worship the devil. You cannot shame Canelo Alvarez. Now, if you want to go back and forth with people online and stuff like that, you can go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I just believe that this narrative, unfortunate narratives that created around Canelo Alvarez that doesn't need to be created. You know what I'm saying? If there's something, just speak the facts, right? Speak the facts. Give us what they give you, right? That's what it is. So, Canelo Alvarez is going to be facing John Ryder, Cinco de Mayo. Following that, the next day, we got one of the anticipating fight, a great fight, a risky fight, a fight that both fighters want. It doesn't even need to happen, but I love this fight, and it's a pound-for-pound caliber fight. Stephen Fulton versus now, you know it, the 3-division world champion, bantamweight undisputed, moving up, daring to be great, versus Stephen Fulton, who is a unified champion of the world. Shout out to that fight, man. Following after that, we got one of the most anticipating lightweight matchup. Now, it might not be the most lucrative lightweight fight because, of course, Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia is the most lucrative fight. But you got Lomachenko versus Adrien Haney. Now, the momentum that Lomachenko is coming into this fight, a lot of people don't have the same confidence they had with Lomachenko before. A lot of people was talking about that Lomachenko was going to beat the hell out of Devin Haney, right? People thought, even myself, Paulo Malignaggi have stated that we don't think that Devin Haney is going to get this fight. Well, Devin Haney has gotten this fight. He didn't need to take this fight, but people feel like he needs to put some weight on the undisputed strap. I do believe that he needs to put some weight on that undisputed strap because a lot of people feel still that Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia is the biggest fight. So it's very abnormal. It's very abnormal to know that in the lightweight division, you got an undisputed, but the undisputed is not the biggest fight in that division. So it's very abnormal. It's very different. You know what I'm saying? We're coming to a different time in the sport of boxing where maybe the belts don't mean as much like it did before. People still want to see Devin Haney stack up the resume. Maybe a lot of people feel like probably George Kambosos was just not enough. George Kambosos had a lucky night versus Teofimo Lopez. People feel, we already know, doctors have stated it, how Teofimo Lopez was. I know how Teofimo Lopez was. And a lot of people still gave the favorite to Devin Haney walking into that fight. I don't think that back-to-back beating George Kambosos grants you this overly praise. You got to praise that he went out there, challenged himself, went to Australia and captured the world title and finally won the belts other than just being given the belts. So you got to give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Devin Haney for doing what he did and actually fight for it. Blood, sweat, and tears. Nothing was handed to him. He fought for it. He earned it. And that's what it is. Kevin Effect, what's good, baby? What's good? I don't know why this Wi-Fi keeps on effing up the way it does, but that's what it is. Let me see if I can change something up. Hold on. I must use this. Hold on. Let me see if I Frozen. Hold on. Let me see if I can switch something up. Hold on. Give me a second. Let's see. I'm good now. Oops. Okay. So, Devin Haney versus Lomachenko, great fight. The next month after that, you got June. You got Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor, probably going to be happening June 10th, New York City. Very risky fight for Teofimo Lopez. It lags from time to time. I know something is happening, man. Something is happening. I don't understand what the hell is happening. I know we had some bad weather before, but it's great weather out here, man. I don't know what the fuck is happening, but it is what it is, man. I can't do anything about it right now. Let me see. Hold on. And I don't want to do an interview like this either. I want to do an interview like this either. So I apologize. I apologize for the way it's looking. What y'all drinking tonight, ladies and gentlemen? What y'all drinking tonight? What's on your cup? What's on your cup? What y'all drinking tonight? A little bit of margarita, Now, okay. Canelo Alvarez. I want to talk about a couple of things. Oscar De La Hoya did an interview with Fight Hub today, or I think it was yesterday. And he felt what other people has felt as well. That Canelo Alvarez is not fighting the competition that, you know. Well, what do you think about what Canelo, what Oscar De La Hoya stated? Let me put the video up. And shout out to Fight Hub. Marcos Villegas. If you want to check out the whole interview, go to Fight Hub and check out the interview. I'm about to play this clip right quick, and you let me know what y'all think about this clip.
He has to step up and fight the tough opposition, the tough guys, the guys who are out there who can give him a fight. It's not the John Ryders of this world.
So, let me play it again for you folks. He
has to step up and fight the tough opposition, the tough guys, the guys who are out there who can give him a fight. It's not the John Ryders of this world.
Oscar De La Hoya, the golden boy, feels like Ryder is not the opposition that Canelo Alvarez should be facing. And then he was talking about that probably Canelo Alvarez should fight the get back with Dimitri Bivol, should fight the likes of David Benavidez, should fight the likes of Jaime Munguia. And this is what I mean, that sometimes guys shoot themselves on the foot. I believe that Oscar De La Hoya, I respect Oscar De La Hoya. I understand what Oscar De La Hoya is saying, but when it coming from a particular person, you got to understand what's behind it, right? He doesn't work with Canelo Alvarez anymore. Oscar De La Hoya, maybe that's the way that you should be feeling towards Jaime Munguia. Let's be honest. I'm a fan of Oscar De La Hoya. I'm a fan of what he's done outside and inside the ring. I'm talking about as business. I ain't talking about the G-string and all that stuff, all right? I'm talking about him as a promoter. I'm talking about him as a fighter. Look at the resume, Oscar De La Hoya. Look at the resume of Jaime Munguia. Look at all the young fighters, right? And then look what you got for Jaime Munguia. Look what Teofimo Lopez has done. Look what David Haney has done. Look what Shakur Stevenson has done. Virgil Ortiz, you're doing a great job with Virgil Ortiz, but Jaime Munguia. And he said during that same interview that that Canelo Alvarez should be fighting Jaime Munguia. What about why you ain't put Jaime Munguia versus a guy like Demetrius Andre? Why do you put Jaime Munguia versus Charlo instead of bringing that you need a partner up with the zone and stuff like that? I understand the business aspect, but it wasn't a big enough fight like a Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, so you could bring in the zone in. Why you pulled out from the Jamal Charlo fight with Jaime Munguia? So see, sometimes it could Oscar De La Hoya may be saying, maybe what he's saying may be right, may be accurate, but where is it coming from? It's coming from you, Oscar. And at times you need to clean up your own house, especially with Jaime Munguia. If you're gonna mention Jaime Munguia, you gotta give us better opposition for Jaime Munguia before you speak on Jaime Munguia. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, dímelo, mi hermano. He said, punch. Put Spence versus Lara for the WBA at 160. That will be a great legacy fight, right? Imagine it, bro. Move from 147 to 160 Canelo style. I think he could do it. I think that he could do it. I don't see the middleweight division as a dangerous division like that. I hope Jermell Charlo also can move up and collect some belts because Jermell Charlo has the opportunity. And I know that he don't want to do it because he don't want to step on his brother's toes. But your brother ain't fighting. Jermell, your brother ain't fighting. Don't let your brother being in the middleweight division keep you from becoming a 2-division world champion. There is belts out there for you to get. There is belts out there. I believe the Jermell Charlo versus the Jaime Munguia fight is a good fight. I believe Jermell Charlo versus Triple G is a good fight, but Triple G don't want that work because, of course, he already let go of the belt, so he's probably just want money at this point of his career. Okay, I do feel like, yo, I agree with you, Jesus. I could see Earl Spence moving to the 160 and collecting the belt. I could see that. I think he'll do wonderful versus Lara, in my opinion. I do think that he competed in 160. I don't think the 160 is that deep. I do think so. So I do agree with you, brother. Good looking out with a super chat, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, my brother. I could see that. I don't see too many competitions, in my opinion. Now, Canelo Alvarez is in position to pick who he want to pick, do what he want to do, because what he's done in the sport of boxing. And not only he's in position to do that, it's because the people, the fighters, his contemporaries, allows him to get the pass to do it because the lack of accomplishment, the lack of big fights that they have, you know what I'm saying, showcase to the boxing world, they don't get the benefit of the doubt. And this is why a guy like me, I could be like, yo, I would like to see a fight with the Andre or Jermall Charlo, but they don't get the benefit of the doubt, and I don't get the benefit of the doubt even if I say it, and I understand it, because they have not done enough to get the benefit of the doubt. They don't even got the benefit of the doubt when Canelo Alvarez chose to fight John Taylor. I'm sorry, not John Taylor, but why the fuck I said John Taylor? John Ryder. They don't get the benefit of the doubt. It's hard to say, it's hard when it be like, hey, yo, but John Ryder is probably one of the best opposition in their resume. You be like, nah. But then on paper, you really can't even argue it. Now, he hasn't accomplished one of these guys. Of course, there are former champions, current champions, 2-division world champions. Yet, at the end of the day, in the sport of boxing, people like to see and people analyze stuff in what have you done for me lately? What have you done for me lately? Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah. Boom, 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 boom. What have you done for me lately? Dum, 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 dum. Oh yeah. And these guys haven't done nothing lately to get the benefit of the doubt of the fans. So it's not only what Canelo Alvarez has done in his career to get the benefit of the doubt, to get the pass, even when people feel like, nah, he shouldn't fight John Ryder. There's more opposition. I understand that. But you can't shame Canelo Alvarez with these opponents. You can't. You can't. The biggest fight in recent years for Jermall Charlo has been his baby mama. Baby mama drama. That's been his biggest fight in the last 2 years. Now, the WBC, I don't know what the hell they say. They got their thumb in their ass that they still have not stripped Jermall Charlo. They have not stripped Jermall Charlo. I think at this point, the WBC got to push a button right now and, you know what, strip Jermall Charlo. There is no fight. There is no anticipating fight. There is no fight announcement. I don't know what the hell is going on with these belt federation. I even think that the belt federation is well too much in the pockets of the promoters that they don't even got no power. It's becoming apparent that these belt federations have threw their hands and that's it. They are the workers of the promoter. That's it. Life Logic in the building was good. These belt federation got hold no more weight. Hold no more weight. You remember the IBF was supposed to be the strictest belt federation and stuff like that? Shit, they haven't even mandated Earl of True Spence for a long time. They don't even give a damn about mandating Earl of True Spence. You could mandate Earl Spence right now with Bruce Ennis. But they ain't putting it, they not even pushing it. We still having it, we going on April, ladies and gentlemen. We're going on April. What was the hell? What was the WBC convention? What did the WBC convention like? What? Like before Christmas or something like that? WBA? What was that convention? When we still haven't got an announcement. Earl Spence walking around with a belt. Jermall Charlo walking around with a belt. And then people got the nerves to start blaming Canelo Alvarez and he should do this and he should do that. He just came out of he just came out of hand surgery. And now he's going to be back in the ring in Cinco de Mayo. And these guys still have not even fought. Gervonta Davis still have not even have a date. This guy just had hand surgery. And all you did was argue with your baby mama. That's all Gervonta Davis been doing for the last 2 years. Argue with your baby mama. Now, I hope things get, you know what I'm saying? I hope everything is okay at home or with the kiddos and things of that nature. You know, there's a lot of people out there that go through the same thing that Gervonta Davis been going through. And you know that it's not easy. You know it's not easy. I know a lot of people want to make fun of him, but you know it's not easy. Shit, going through court, custody battle and stuff like that, man, that takes a lot out of you, man. That takes a lot out of you. You know, when they want to put your kids in the middle of this, the WBO conventions in Punta Cana this year, you should go punch drunk. You already know. You already know. And I did a video earlier today. There's going to be people that disagree. There's going to be people that understand this. There's going to be people out there that they understand and they agree, but they can't even say it loud because they don't want to justify the truth. In the sport of boxing, people like to be like, yo, punch drunk. Punch. This about race. If you've been following me since day one, I tried very hard to refrain from the race talk to the race bait talk. And as much as I look around, as much as I talk about boxing, there's always got to be at least one comment. One comment. If it's not 5, if it's not 10, if it's just one, but always they bring out the race card, the race card. The reason why this guy can't get this is because he's black. The reason why this promoter don't promote this is because he's black. Because of this, because he's black, he's be black. The victimhood card, or the victimhood card, or something like that. The reason why, let me give you another reason why. If you don't like it, I just got to keep it real with the people. Y'all don't like it, then y'all don't like it. But y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Because at the end of the day, if y'all gonna tell me, yo, punch, nah, this is about race. Boxing was built off race. And I'm saying, yo, we're one race, the human race. And y'all don't like when I say that. Y'all not content. Y'all not satisfied that we're one race, the human race. Brothers and sisters, sons and daughters of the Most High. Y'all don't like that. No, boxing. No, punch. That's not the way the boxing work, punch. That's not the way the boxing work. Yo, it's race. It's race. It's built by race. It's tribal. Okay, so I'm going to give you my opinion. On why these fights that people want to see, Gervonta Davis, Adrien versus Canelo Alvarez, is not happening. Because they do not get the backup from their own. They don't get the backup from the black community. The black community, the black fans in the sport of boxing is trash towards their own fighters. The support is trash. The support is weak. The support is cheap. That's why you can't shame them. It's business at the end of the day. It's prize fighting. Am I correct? You do not build your fighter and hold and pump value into their brand, in which a Canelo Alvarez and his team be like, you know what, man, there's a lot of money to fight the Adrien. You know what I'm saying? It's a risky fight, but it's a lot of money to fight him, though. Gervonta is a lot of money to fight. There's too much money to fight him. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be it's going to be an event. Everybody going to watch. The African-American fan base do not support their own in the sport of boxing, like the Latinos, like the UK, like the Irish, like the Japanese. Why? Why does Tony Harrison got to go all the way to Australia? Did you see the crowd in Australia? This is just Tszyu. Tszyu got no world title. Tszyu just got into contentions and pulled up a beautiful crowd. Tony Harrison wouldn't do that in Detroit. Not even Tony Harrison. Look at that. Tszyu. How many people was out there for Tszyu versus Tony Harrison? Almost like, what, 15,000 people in attendance? 15, 16, 17,000 people in attendance. Very beautiful crowd. Everybody cheered. What a beautiful crowd. You got Jermell Charlo fighting Brian Castano for the undisputed crown, and you already got a glimpse of an entertaining fight. You got a glimpse of an entertaining fight. And 7,000 people showed up to the undisputed bout with Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. Pound for pound, King said it was 21,000. Woo! 21,000. 21,000, y'all. Was it 21,000 to see Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano? Did he do enough? Didn't he prove to y'all? Didn't the blood, sweat, and tears prove to y'all and showed y'all that I should be backed up by my people? Didn't Jermell Charlo do the work? Shouldn't Jermell Charlo be supported? No. Stephen Fulton, supposed to be the A side in this fight, or maybe I don't even know. He's going to Japan. Devin Haney is going to Australia. Now, I'm all for everybody traveling because this is a world sport. This is a world sport. What did Tim Smith say from PBC? Huh? When they was trying to make Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence, that they're gonna rob the fight. That they was gonna rob the fight. Who's gonna rob the fight? The fan base? Who's gonna rob the fight? The hardcore boxing fans? The fan base? In other words, they call their fan base thieves. Excuse me. That little zippity zip. They love Tank. They do. But you know what? Tank's situation is more of an enigma. It's an enigma situation. You know why? Because Tank really got built up by Mayweather. It was Mayweather fans that took a liking for Tank. You remember when Tank went to the UK, Floyd Mayweather was there? They barely asked Tank any question. It was all about Floyd. And Floyd, I'm gonna tell you something about people gonna be like, oh no, it was Floyd's fans that's following Gervonta Davis. Let me keep it real. Let me keep it real on this one. Floyd Mayweather don't have fans like that. Floyd Mayweather has a lot of followers. But just because you have a lot of followers don't mean that those followers are your fans. You just like to, there's followers that just like to follow you because they hate you. Floyd Mayweather got a lot of followers. He don't got a lot of fans. That's why you could tell when Floyd Mayweather's around, they boo him more than they cheer him. Gervonta Davis, his crowd cheer him. But he needed that cosign for Floyd Mayweather. Can you imagine where Gervonta Davis will be if it wasn't for Floyd Mayweather? He'll be like Boots Ennis. If it wasn't for Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis will be just like Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis is looking spectacular. Boots Ennis is looking entertaining. Boots Ennis is knocking people out, right? For the most part, not his last, but for the most part. Gervonta Davis don't look nothing different than Gary Antoine Russell. If Gary Antoine Russell was promoted by Floyd Mayweather, they will be watching Gary Antoine Russell. If Floyd Mayweather was pumping Jerome Boots Ennis, then Jerome Boots Ennis will be in the same position as Gervonta Davis. Same position. Still in the building. What's good, man? Say, I get what you're saying. But to our credit, black folks, we will call out the BS when it's one of our own. The rest fail at this, and it will sweep BS under the rug when they know. Ryder versus... Oh, I said to the people, I really am not I'm not a fan of the fight, but I understand why this fight is happening. I understand why this opponent is about to face Canelo Alvarez, and I understand why this don't shame Canelo Alvarez. What the other guys have done to shame Canelo Alvarez. Once again, Canelo Alvarez is an active fighter. Canelo Alvarez is going to get supported by the Mexican and Latino people. He's going back home in front of 50,000 people. These guys will go back home. They probably going to have like 6,000 people. I went to San Antonio. I was in Texas. I did see Jermell Charlo versus Brian Castano. It was basically half and half. How? Nobody knows Brian Castano. That shit should have been flooded. That should have been sold out. It should have been flooded. It should have been flooded by black people and African American and stuff like that. And of course, the Latinos as well that do support and other races that do support Jermell Charlo. But what was his support? What was his support? Good looking out, Hill. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. What was his support? So yeah, right now a lot of people saying, yo, but Gervonta Davis, it sells. He does sell. But let's not forget why he sell. Let's not forget why people took an interest of Gervonta Davis. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget the co-signing. There's other fighters that don't get the type of co-sign that Gervonta Davis had. Floyd Mayweather have a lot of things to do with Gervonta Davis, notoriety, and also Devin Haney. Let's not forget that Devin Haney was actually the first social media superstar out of all the boxers when he was in the TMT gym. These are a product of Floyd Mayweather, whether people like it or not. These guys are a product of Floyd Mayweather. But I'm glad that he's sustaining the eyeballs of the sport of boxing. I'm glad that he picked up more fans, Gervonta Davis. Now, again, look at Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz about to fight Stanionis. Virgil Ortiz already got his card. He's already main eventing in his card. Jerome Bruce Ennis been in this. Look, peep this, folks. Jerome Bruce Ennis, one of my favorite fighters. Jerome Bruce Ennis started his career the same year that Tszyu, Devin, and Ryan started. Why Jerome Bruce Ennis is not a big attraction yet? Look at the skills and talent of Jerome Bruce Ennis. Why he's not a big attraction yet? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like. Why he's not a big attraction? And why Virgil is. What's the difference between Virgil and Jerome Bruce Ennis? I mean, every time we say Virgil, we say Jerome Bruce Ennis. So where's his main event? You telling me, put it this way. A lot of people like to critique this. Oh, and look, a lot of people were saying, let's go by the numbers. Let's go by the numbers. 200,000. Let's go by the numbers. 200,000 that Gervonta Davis did versus Hector Luis Garcia. Put it this way. Those numbers compared to the names is pitiful. Not because of Gervonta Davis, but because other names that was there. You telling me you had Gervonta Davis, you had Jerome Bruce Ennis, you had Rashidi Ellis, and you had Demetrius Andre. And that pay-per-view numbers with all that support, you could have bring up Andre's fan base, Boots fan base, Rashidi Ellis fan base, Gervonta Davis fan base, and that shit still couldn't do over 200,000 reported by Dan Rafael. And I'm going to give you the number. I'm going to give you the number that most of y'all do respect, right? Dan Rafael's number. Y'all not going to win the 300,000. Y'all not going with the 60,000. Y'all rather respect the 200,000. So let's go with the 225,000. How the hell do you have Tank, Boots, Andre, and Rashidi Ellis? That event right there is for the black community. That right there is for y'all. And did y'all come up with money? That should have done at least 500. How can you shame Canelo? I would like to see, hey, Demetrius Andre versus Canelo. But how can you shame Canelo when they got Demetrius Andre fighting almost a prelim fight? Think about it. Demetrius Andre he was actually first in line, not first in line, but he fought first to Rashidi Ellis. He fought first, then Jerome Bruce Ennis. That means he's a lower tier than them, and he's a world champion. How can you shame Canelo Alvarez? Canelo Alvarez is going to be like, he was a main event fighter just a week ago, and now he's fighting almost as a prelim fighter. As much as I could say, and I could vouch, and as much as I could say, yo, I want to be Andre, but also, what type of weight does it have? Nothing. It has no weight. It has no weight. Right or wrong? You see, I keep it unbiased logically and objectively. A lot of y'all don't understand when I keep it unbiased logically and objectively. Y'all don't like it when I keep it unbiased. I'm keeping it real with y'all. How can you shame Canelo Alvarez when you had Demetrius Andre fighting almost at 9 o'clock? basically after a prelim fight. How can you go to the negotiation table with Canelo Alvarez and be like, yo, boom, look at this. Canelo gonna be going look at his team. Yo, my man, he probably was not even gonna be televised. He almost was not gonna be even televised. And look at the numbers in that pay-per-view. Okay, now, let me tell you this. Now, if Canelo Alvarez in Mexico, now peep this. How much you think it will sell if it's Canelo Alvarez? On the co-main event, you got Virgil Ortiz. On the co-main event, you got Virgil Ortiz. Under that, you got Bam Rodriguez. And then let's go with Navarrete. Or let's take on Navarrete. Let's go with Ray Vargas or Leo Santa Cruz. Not Leo Santa Cruz because he's been a champion. Let's go with Martinez. Hey, Martinez. How much pay-per-view you think that's gonna sell? How much the Latinos gonna back that shit up? Think about it. Canelo Alvarez, right? Because a lot of people like to say, y'all want to compare Canelo Alvarez to Gervonta Davis, right? Canelo Alvarez. Co-main event is Virgil Ortiz. Behind Virgil Ortiz, here comes who I said. What did I say? Cesar Martinez. Now he's the prelim. Matter of fact, I got to put a champion out there because Demis Andre was a champion. So let's put Leo Santa Cruz. How much you think that's going to sell? Nah. He needs to fight Demis Andre. It's me again. Cartello, nah, but for real, I want to see this fight. But I'm not going to cap and say it needs to happen before Benavidez, Bivol rematch, or Charlo. Good looking out, my brother. I would like to see that fight. I would love to see that fight. Everybody knows I would love to see that fight. But even my voice or what I want don't hold no weight. It don't hold no weight. I break it down on boxing logically and objectively. Y'all know I'm a fan of Canelo. Y'all know I'm a fan of Demis Andre. I'm probably the number one Demis Andre fan up in here in the YTBC. I got to keep it on boxing logically and objectively. You can't shame Canelo. Canelo Alvarez don't have to fight Demis Andre. I would love to see, but he don't got to fight Demis Andre. Now, if Demis Andre beats Charlo, beat the winner David Benavidez and Caleb Plant, and then lure Canelo Alvarez. Now, of course, then the argument is going to be, well, Canelo Alvarez is fighting John Ryder. Canelo Alvarez has fought Adrien. Canelo Alvarez has fought this. But at the end of the day, they have not done enough to shame a Canelo Alvarez. I would love to see the fight, but you can't shame him. It's not overwhelming. And it's on, and they don't got the fan base to overwhelm Canelo. They don't got the fan base to debunk the narrative or debunk a narrative or to shame Canelo Alvarez, to lure Canelo Alvarez fight. They don't got enough fan base. They don't got enough people. It's like Jay-Z said, you need more. I don't believe you. You need more people. That's the problem. That's the problem when it comes to Charlo. That's the problem when it comes to Demis Andre. We don't believe you. You need more people. I know, but the most don't know. Punch drunk ain't enough. Punch drunk ain't enough. And then Canelo Alvarez is younger than both of them. Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah. Shout out to Rapstar Boxing 9, the voice of the UK, London, bro. Chuck in the building. What's good, man? I break things down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Shout out to Philip J. Fies in the building. Good looking out with another super chat, my brother, man. With a thing. All I'm saying, any of those fights happening immediately after Ryder is okay with me. Me too. I agree with you on that one. I would love to see a fight. I'm gonna keep it real. Look, I said it yesterday. I'm saying it for months, years, and days. The name that's been attached to Canelo Alvarez, I want to see it. I'm not one of those guys. Look, I love Canelo Alvarez, but I'm not one of those fans of Canelo Alvarez that says that, well, Charlo need to do this, and Demetrius Andre need to do this again, and the David Benavidez need to do this. No. They're already in position for those type of fights. Those are already an intriguing fight for me. Those are already an intriguing fight. But there's also a legitimate argument in saying Canelo Alvarez don't got to do shit. And y'all don't got enough people to shame me to fight them anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't get what the problem is. People acting like little girls. Pick my fighter, please. Me. It's look. I don't want to take no opportunity. Of course, when I say things about John Ryder, it's because this. It's not about that. I don't believe that John Ryder is in position for the fight. I don't think that in reality, to be real with y'all, I don't want to be a fan to take the opportunity away from Ryder. Of course, I'm not going to take the opportunity, but like talk like he don't deserve the opportunity. In boxing, everything is about opportunity. Everything is about opportunity. Some people look at Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is blessed right now. In boxing, some people going to be looking at it like, damn, Mario Barrios is going to be fighting for the WBC interim. Damn, yo, like he lost to Thurman. He lost to Tank. How he's still in position, right? Because this is a business. You're just as good as the people in suits that push you, that makes these business deals. So you got to say in your mind, like, damn, Bob Santos is doing one hell of a job with Mario Barrios to put him into position. He's doing one hell of a job. Now just like we give credit to business handlers, we gotta discredit the business handlers that don't have these guys in position. Why the hell Jamar Charlo still is not in the ring? Why did Demetrius Andre fall in behind even Rashidi Ellis? At least you should have, Demetrius Andre should have at least be the co-main event to the Gervonta Davis versus the Hector Luis Garcia. Every move you make in the sport of boxing, you could use that as in negotiations. And if it goes to a negotiation, it's going to be like, look, this is how much the purse bid was for you and Zach Parker. And now, then you go somewhere else, and then you're fighting almost right after the prelims. It don't look good. It just don't look good. It don't look good. You know what I'm saying? See, I just argue the facts. I want to argue. If I'm going to debate, I want to argue the facts. I don't want to debate about feelings. I don't want to debate. I don't want to have dialogues about feelings. That's why I don't open my shit up like that no more. I started, everybody got an opinion and stuff like that, but I want valid opinions. I want real boxing talk, real boxing dialogue, whether we agree or disagree. And I'm going to open it up. I'm going to send the link, and I want people to hop in. You let me know, because I want to know what people got to think about this. But let's be real. Let's be honest. I'm going to talk about facts. See, I don't like to say, oh, well, Canelo Alvarez is fighting Ryder because he's mandatory. No, because it's never been ordered. But I'm going to say that Canelo Alvarez is fighting John Ryder because this is a tune-up and because he's coming out of surgery. And Canelo Alvarez, if you look at his resume, it could do a tune-up. He could do a tune-up. Matter of fact, his tune-up is probably these other fighters' best opposition. I can't argue that. I can't argue that. Canelo Alvarez tune-up. Canelo Alvarez cherry pick. What? Look at this. People could call this a cherry pick. People called Dimitri Bivol a cherry pick last year. So everything that Canelo Alvarez picks as a cherry pick wasn't Dimitri Bivol a cherry pick. Yo, he would have fought Makabu. It would have been a cherry pick. Now he fighting John Ryder. It's still a cherry pick. Motherfucker, let me tell you this. Let me keep it real. As much as I respect these one-of-day warriors, one-of-day gladiators, David Benavidez, Demetrius Andre, Jamar Charlo, Jaime Munguia, any potential matchup to Canelo Alvarez, this is the real shit. This is the real shit. Everything is a motherfucking cherry pick for Canelo Alvarez, because nobody has done not even 50% of what Canelo Alvarez has done. I don't even like talking about resume, but who these guys fought? Who? Look at their resume, Punch. Why you vouching for them? It's not about even arguing. Don't bring it up, because none of these guys are going to accomplish what Canelo Alvarez accomplished. The 4th division world champion, super middleweight, undisputed. King Nelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Kelo, a.k.a. Payday. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. These other guys ain't even young enough to accomplish what Canelo Alvarez has done. So for me, for people to even bring your point, but look at their resume. Of course their resume is not compared to Canelo Alvarez. Anybody that Canelo Alvarez is going to face, their resume is below Canelo Alvarez. And not only below, it's levels below Canelo Alvarez. Levels. Even Bivol, even Beterbiev. Nothing matches up to Canelo. So for the people that want to argue that, I don't even want to argue that because that's self-explanatory. That means Adrien don't got a resume like Canelo. Charlo don't got a resume like Canelo. Benavidez don't got a Canelo. The Bivol, Beterbiev, Hyman, anybody around 160, 168, 175 can't even sniff Canelo Alvarez resume. Not even 50%. Let's not forget that Beterbiev got 3 belts right now. Canelo Alvarez is a 4-division world champion. Unifies at that and undisputed. So for the people coming out, even when I ask for a fight, but Charlo, look at his resume. My man, you giving me something, of course, that's gonna cater to your argument, but I'm not even gonna argue that. It's irrelevant because now nobody got Canelo Alvarez's resume. Nobody got it. La ofrenda. Gracias de lo mío, Gabriel Sánchez. Con los 5 pesos. A little drinky. What y'all drinking tonight, man? Where y'all from? Everybody right now, man. Put it on the chat. Let's go. New York City. Where y'all from, man? Where y'all at? I want to know my audience today. I want to know my audience. Where y'all from? What y'all doing? What y'all drinking tonight? Rum, liquor, margarita, cocktails, water, soda. What y'all want? Toilet water. What y'all drinking tonight? Yeah, let me say the people right there. Homies. Smacking like a motherfucker. And New Mexico, Catherine Murray. What's good, Catherine? What's good? Thomas, Long Island. Let's go. New York City. Shout out to my brothers from New York City. Tri-state area. Tequila. Uy. Hey, yo. Mira, Catherine. Look, Catherine, mira. Look what I got on deck. I just don't want to. Let me see what I got on deck. Hold on. See what I got on deck. You see what I got on decky deck. Should I do it tonight? Should I drink it tonight? See what I got on deck. Hold on. Let me see what I got on deck for y'all. Should I tonight? Huh? Should I? Should we tonight? Or save it for another day? Or save it for another day? Huh? Should I? Or we should save it for Canelo Alvarez, for the Canelo Alvarez fight. Woo-wee. I'm already drinking tequila, though. I'm drinking tequila right now. We going crazy tonight? He said, man, on fire, going crazy. Yo, Punch, go crazy. Hold on. Hold on. What we got today? Ay. Tequila makes you happy. Man, we all gotta be happy. Look, this is from Mexico too. I like this though, bro. I like this one though. I don't know. It was a gift, but that's what we on tonight. That's what we on tonight. I do my ghetto margarita. You know what I'm saying? Give me a low calorie lemonade. That's a 200. Yeah. You already know, L. You know it. You know it, man. But man, come on, Punch on, man. I got a bar out here, bro. I got these things on deck for parties and stuff like that. You already know. Should we pop it? Should we pop it today? Let's stay with the other tequila. Let's finish. If it's a great show, that's a great show. You know what I'm saying? Good support. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring this to 100 people. 100 people in the building. Let's go. Come on, man. Smash the like button. Let's go. Hold on. Beautiful bottle. I think it's the best bottle. I like you know what bottle I like? Did you see the Don Julio one, the one that costs almost $500? That's a good one. Kevin Effect said, punch looking to tequila called Tres Generaciones. Smooth as F. Yo, I like that Don Julio one, the one that costs $500. That's the one I think that's the one I'm gonna get next. That is man is like a skinny bottle that goes like this and real skinny. It's like this big. Azul, yes sir, yes sir. Look, I even keep it in the box. You know why I keep it in the box? And you know, and look, and it's all sealed. You know why I keep it there? Because I know once I pop it, I'm a drinker, man. Guys, I'm a drinker, man. So once it's popped open, it might be gone. Don Julio, one of my favorite drinks. You know what? I was never the Patron one. I'm always the person that drinks like the different one that everybody gonna be drinking. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say ATX hit Andre definitely deserves the fight. Who didn't want to see Canelo Alvarez versus Demetrius Andre versus undisputed 160? Facts. I want to see it. That's the reason why I keep vouching for it, Philip. I'm always gonna vouch for it, but I understand that the Jay-Z line. We don't believe you. We need more people. More people got to speak up, and I can't just keep speaking about it, and it's not gonna come through fruition. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. It's just maybe the time has passed. You know, I want to see Demetrius Andre and Jamon Charlo. They need each other more than ever. They need each other now. They need each other. Funny stuff for Golden Boy, PBC, IBF. Then I feel like we never got the full story. Philip. I said the full story. I've done videos about it. I've brought the facts. Everything is the facts. But people at this stage, the thing is, Canelo Alvarez has done so much. This is what it is, Philip. That even when Canelo Alvarez didn't fight Demetrius Andre in the 160, he still accomplished legacy. He still went after the bigger guy, and probably the most. It still was dangerous in Kovalev after beating Anthony Yarde. So he went from a potential legacy fight, didn't fight that, to another legacy fight, and still became a 3-division world champion. It's not like, and that's the reason why we couldn't get mad at Canelo Alvarez, because it was like, damn, you didn't fight Demetrius Andre, damn, but then damn, you still becoming a 3-division world champion and fighting the best guy at light heavyweight at the time. Then it's like you're trading legacy for legacy. You can't shame Canelo. Now, if Canelo Alvarez would have done this, forget about the Demetrius Andre fight in the middleweight division to become undisputed, and he would have fought fielding after that, then people would have been like, yo, that's effed up. But what Canelo Alvarez did went from Jacobs to a potential fight with Demetrius Andre to a potential fight with Sergey Derevchenko to a Kovalev. That's why he still has his respect. As much as I wanted to see that undisputed, as much, but he became a 3-division world champion with Kovalev, and Kovalev came in with great momentum after knocking out the young, hungry lion in Anthony Yarde. You can't proper 12. I did have proper 12. You know what? Proper 12 is kind of I was gonna say this. My drinks are, you know when you're in the block, in the hood. Let's say people was all on Hennessy. I was never a Hennessy guy. I'm a Remy Martin guy, right? I'm never a Hennessy guy. I like Remy Martin. If we drinking rum, right? Jack Daniels or Jameson. I'm really a Jack Daniel guy. Jack Daniel Gentleman, my favorite drink. Beers, I'm really not a beer guy, but if I'm going to drink beer in a bar, I like the Lagunitas, IPA Lagunitas, but my favorite beer is Golden Drac. And they don't sell Golden Drac everywhere. They actually sell Golden Drac in Yard House. If you ever been to Yard House, that's my favorite beer. If I'm going to drink beer, I'm going to drink them strong beers. Them German strong beers. I ain't gonna drink no Henneken, no Coors Light, no Bud Light, none of that. I'd rather drink water than that. You know what I'm saying? Life and Logic. Hey yo, look up Golden Drac. Golden Drac. My favorite drink. My favorite beer. Bacardi. I mean, Bacardi has a lot of drinks, but I don't like what everybody else is drinking. I'm gonna pick a similar, but I never was the Ciroc. Everybody in the hood was on Ciroc. I don't like Ciroc. You know what? I remember when Ciroc coconut came. I think I invented Ciroc coconut. You know why? Because I used to mix Kettle One. Kettle One was my favorite vodka. Kettle One was my favorite vodka. When everybody was on Grey Goose, put it this way: when everybody was on Grey Goose, I was on Kettle One. When everybody was on Hennessy, I'm on Remy Martin. When everybody's on Patron, I'm with Don Julio. I don't like what everybody I don't like what everybody else is drinking. So I never was a Patron fan. I was always a Don Julio guy. You feel me? Yo, Thomas Davis with a super chat. What's good, my brother? He said, yo, you seen Canelo say in the presser today, 17 years pro. I have injuries. I'm not at my best, but I'm very motivated and training 100 thoughts. Hey, yo, look, we remember he became pro at the age of 15 years old. 15, fighting men. And not only when people just see the fights, Thomas, but what people forget is the training camps. The training camps is the wear and tear. The training camps is the shit that gives you brain damage. So, of course, at this point of Canelo Alvarez's career, he may be 32, 33 years old, but that's not a young 32, 33. He got over, 50 fights around there? Like, Canelo Alvarez already, that's why I say Canelo Alvarez could retire right now. I understand why he's getting this tune-up. I understand. My thing is when people in the community argue that other guys don't deserve it, then I'm going to argue that. I do believe that just like John Ryder is deserving, Demetrius Andre, Charlo, and David Benavidez is deserving as well. If he's deserving, they're deserving. If he's in position, they've already been in position. That's what I argue. I just don't like when people come up with narratives to shame somebody else to justify the move. You understand what I'm trying to say? John Ryder put himself in position for Canelo Alvarez fight. Those are the facts. But Demetrius Andre was also in position in 154 and 164 Canelo Alvarez fight. Also, Jermall Charlo was in position for Canelo Alvarez before Canelo Alvarez got the franchise. Those are the facts. David Benavidez in 168. He's in position for Canelo Alvarez fight because he beat Lemieux to become the WBC interim and the mandatory to Canelo Alvarez in mandatory position. So this is what I don't like. I don't like people to say that these guys don't deserve it or that John Ryder deserves it more than these guys because he's in position now. That's what I argue. I don't argue that in reality, I may get people tight. I may say something to get people tight, you know what I'm saying? But because what they say, if John Ryder been in position, and that's the argument, all these guys also been in position. Yet, the truth is that Canelo Alvarez is in position to pick whoever he want to pick. And whoever he picks, these guys are not levels above one another. So you can't shame Canelo. That's what it is. So I understand that. But good looking out, Thomas. Appreciate you, brother. Boxer sparring in the building. What's good, man? Yo, what y'all drinking tonight? Y'all gonna have me drink by myself? Nah, see, ain't even 100 people, man. I would have cracked that Asu thing open, but nah, ain't enough people out there. I ain't gonna crack it like that. Smash the like button. How many likes we got today? Philip, what's good? What's good? Super chat. What's good? Good looking out, man. Appreciate you, man. God bless you today, my brother. Really appreciate you. He said that's what people don't get about how great a win was against Plant or why Canelo wasn't 100%. That was his 4th training camp in 11 months. Insane. Canelo Alvarez is a monster, bro. Canelo Alvarez may not look like a monster, but he a monster, bro. Canelo Alvarez is the mother effing man, bro. I don't even understand why people hate Canelo Alvarez. I don't understand that. I don't understand. Look, I still think, look, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. Canelo Alvarez, 100% healthy. Go back to the drawing board. I'm going to say right now. Mark my words. I'm going to say it right now. Canelo Alvarez beats Demetrius Bivol in a rematch. Canelo Alvarez beats Demetrius Bivol in a rematch if he's 100%. I believe in the all-time great. For me, Demetrius Bivol is not an all-time great. Canelo Alvarez is an all-time great. I'm giving Canelo Alvarez the benefit of the doubt to go back to the drawing board come up with a better game plan. He's healthy. He will run. He will be in better shape. His stamina will be better. And he will go out there and beat Dimitri Bivol in a close fight. That's what I'm saying. If you listen to look, and I'm not capping, because if you listen to my video after the Canelo Alvarez and Dimitri Bivol, I said I want Canelo Alvarez to activate the rematch clause. I wanted Canelo Alvarez. I believe in Canelo Alvarez to activate the rematch clause. Go back to the drawing board because I believe he's an all-time great, not just today's great, or all-time great. Or all-time great. Okay, so peace to everyone. Assalamu alaikum, and maybe future. Assalamu alaikum, my brother, man. Shout out to all my Islamic brothers. Love the religion. Punch, just watch your last video. No lies were detected. Good looking out by Boxer Sparring, man. Appreciate that. Their team doesn't do a good service to shame Canelo Alvarez. You know what I'm saying? But again, I think that this is great for boxing at the end of the day. Philip. Looking now, I say, yo, I said the same thing during round 5 against Bivol. Slipped by whiskey and said Bivol gonna take this one. Canelo knocks him out on the rematch. You heard it here first. Woo! He said knockout. See, I don't know about knockout because I do believe that Dimitri Bivol is a good defender. He knows how to identify range, but I'm looking at the fight, right? Look, people are gonna hate what I'm about to say. I feel like Canelo Alvarez lost that fight more than Dimitri Bivol beat him. I think that Canelo Alvarez lost that fight. He lost that fight, but not is that Dimitri Bivol overwhelmed him, demoralized him. You the bigger guy. Canelo Alvarez was taking Bivol shots. You barely gave Canelo Alvarez a nosebleed. Canelo Alvarez's stamina was not up to par. And that's why I said that the thing that's very detrimental to Canelo Alvarez at this point has been his stamina. And because the wear and tear in his body, he probably can't train the way that he should be training for a fight like this, in which he's going to need the type of movement that he needs. And I always said it, I'm an advocate of fighters running. Once I hear a fighter don't run, I see a slope. I see a slope. I've said it. I don't give a damn if I talk to look, and I said this in front of strength and conditioning coach. When it comes to boxing, once a fighter tells me that he's not running, there's a slope in their career. Mikey Garcia told us he stopped running, a slope in his career. Keith Thurman said that he don't run, he cycles more, a slope in his career. Once a fighter tells me, because oh no, there's new science, and there's a new way to train and not to beat your body up. Okay, why would I fight tradition? Floyd Mayweather's still running till this day. How about Deontay Wilder? Why Deontay Wilder stop running miles? He stopped running miles. Does Tyson Fury still run miles? So when you see the battle of nutrition in the later rounds, Deontay Wilder goes down, Tyson Fury goes down. Who's still strong in the end? Sugar Ray Leonard said it in one of his videos. I could go check out Sugar Ray Leonard said it in the video that what beat Thomas Hearns, was the miles that he ran. The reason why he beat Thomas Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, if you go watch it, he used to do speeches. He said what got me over the hump versus Thomas Hearns is the miles that I ran. I hate when fighters abandon the road work. I hate when fighters abandon the 4 to 5 to 6 miles. I hate it. I see a slope on all fighters that say that. I don't give a damn if a fighter tells me, yo, Punch, no, you don't know nothing. You don't know my body. I see the slope. As a fan, I see the slope. I see it. Now, everybody is different. I'm just speaking as a fan and knowing fighters and being in gym and advising fighters as well. Once you leave the road work, you ain't never gonna be the same. You're not the same. You're not gonna be the same. You're not gonna be the same. That's why I walk. Catherine said that's why I walk and run 2 miles daily. And look, Catherine, I was running all the time. I was running all the time, and I stopped because I hate running in the cold, and I hate running in the treadmill as well. So it gotta be warm so I can run, right? But when I run daily, right, I was running all for 5 months, and everybody saw how much I lost weight and shit like that. Everybody was saying, "Yo, you lost man weight." All I kept eating the way I was eating, and I was just running on a daily. Either I run. This is how I do it. This is how I do it, Catherine. I run 3 miles. The next day I run 4 miles. The next day I run 5 miles. Boom. The next day I'll take a rest. The next day I run. If I run 2 miles, then I do sprints with the 2 miles. So then I run 3 miles. The next day I run 4 miles. The next next day I run 5 miles. Boom. That's my break. I'll run like 6 days. 6 days. That's the way that I do it. And I lost shit. If I tell you how much I lost, now I haven't run. Now I'm gonna start running. Watch, you gonna see it. Y'all gonna see it in my face. Y'all gonna see it on everything. You know what I'm saying? Leave the lick a little bit and then run, but eat the same way. You're gonna see. Life and Logic say, I hate running. It's good for your heart, bro. And put it this way, Life and Logic. It's not only good for your heart, but tell any runner, long distance runner, it's kind of therapeutic, man. It's kind of therapeutic. You could go, you could think about a lot of stuff in your head and stuff like that, just running. You could plan your day. That's why a lot of people run in the morning. You could plan your day while you're running. Those 3 miles, you're planning your day. And then what I like about miles, and this is what people don't understand, that when you run in sprints is different. When you're running miles, you're still burning calories while you're resting. For hours, you're still burning calories. That's the good thing about running miles. When you're doing sprint here and there, you're not burning calories when you stop. But when you run miles, when you run a good 4 miles and you stop and you take a shower, you find yourself still sweating. You're sitting down, you're still sweating. You get back in your car, even after taking a shower, you go by your day, you're still sweating. When you run miles, you still burn throughout the day. That's what I like about running miles. That's why I tell the fighters, don't leave road work, man. That's the battle of nutrition. That is, you're going 12 rounds. Your miles that you run is going to help you in those championship rounds. It's going to help you in those championship rounds. Canelo don't need to stop running, and they both got beat. Danny Medina, you said it. You said it. I could understand. Wilder too. I did cross country all 4 years of high school. Crazy thing, I once ran 8 miles and felt like I could. Yo, and then when you finish those 5 miles, man, if it's in the track, you know what I'm saying? Those 20 laps. Oh my God. It's great. Miles, it gives you a different feeling. It feels like you accomplished something, right? When people run miles, don't you feel like you accomplished something? Some people say running too much not get for your knees. No. That's not true. That's not true. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be in this fucking Central Park every motherfucking day. I see people from 21-year-old to guys and women that are like 70 years old running every single day. Every single day. No, I don't believe it. I think that people don't eat right. And when you get you know what bothers people? And some people think, oh my God, my knee is hurting, my lower back is hurting. Oh my God, I think I need surgery. You know what it is? It's the food. It's the food. It's the inflammation that makes you think that there's something wrong with your knee. It's the inflammation that makes you think that you have lower back problems. It's the inflammation. It's what you eat. It's not you exercising. is what you eat. If you eat bad but still exercise and your joints and you're doing whatever, you could do squats, you could do weightlifting, you could do whatever. Oh, my elbows hurt, my knees hurt, my lower back hurts. Nah, that's just excuses. No, my brother. It's the thing that you eat. Is that a lot of people, they like to exercise and still eat, man, like junky food. Eat food that's gonna give you all those bunch of inflammation. Nah. It's inflammation. I've seen old people run, bro. I've seen old people. I know the guy from Vietnam. There's a guy in the Bronx. He was from Vietnam. He used to run every single day through Grand Concourse with his shirt off. Cold, winter, spring, whatever. His knees is all good. You know what? And he's a vegan, though. He's a vegan. I'm plant-based too. That's the best way, bro. Yo, that's the best way. Look, I was vegan I used to be vegan before, and I'm not vegan again, but throughout the summer, I was vegan from June to December, I could say. So that's what, 6 months. I lost over 40, almost 50 pounds when I was vegan. And all I did was running. I ate potato. I ate potato, rice, pasta. If I'm going to the Chinese store, I like to share this because probably will help other people. Vegan is easy for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'll go to the Chinese store. If I'm going to Chinese, I give me a vegetable egg roll, with vegetable fried rice or mixed vegetables and stuff like that. I'll buy that. How about TSO tofu TSO with vegetable fried rice? If I want to eat like on some shit, if I go who else? I love lentil soup. Juicing is good. I don't drink a lot of I don't drink juice like them Snapples. I don't drink Snapple. I don't like none of that stuff. But real juice, pressed juice. You know what I'm saying? After my run, I'll get the pressed juice. Every time after my run, ginger, lemon, spinach, kale. I really don't like kale, but sometimes I put it there. Kale, pineapple, if I want a little bit something sweet. But all that Snapple, Gatorade, and all that stuff, no good. No good. No good. And then when I go to the bar, because I like my bar, I instead of drinking all that beer, whatever, I'll drink a vodka and tonic. You know what I'm saying? Low calories. Punch isn't Rivera coming today. I text him today. I don't know. He didn't answer me. I'm gonna call him right now. Let me see if he's awake. Hold on. The thing is even though that the Wi-Fi is effing up, it wouldn't be a great interview. But I did text him. You know what I'm saying? Life and Elijah, you want arroz, habichuela, aguacate, plátano, ensalada. That's vegan right there. Yo, Kevin Effect. In the morning, I'll get mango with the nice onion, the onion, and I eat it like that. You know what? Dominican vegan life. Yeah, you know what I like too? I'm gonna show you right now. I'll show you the what I like also. Hold on. No, I like to share with my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Look, there's a cereal that I eat. Vegan cereal. It's the only cereal that I eat. You know, those are snacks. Right here, I like Gardines. It's like a vegan. Even though like this is not, you know, you check out the sodium is a lot. But you know, when you want to like have a little tasty taste, you know what I'm saying? This right here is good. Nice with rice or mashed potato. It'll do good. You know what I'm saying? These are my shits, man. I don't drink milk. I like my oat milk. Hold on. Hey yo, we doing some healthy stuff. It's punch drunk vegan life. This is my milk that I do with cereal. It's my shit right here. Boom. I don't drink milk. I can't drink milk. It's yucky. But I love oat milk. Oat milk right here. Boom. If I don't drink oat milk, then my almond milk. You know, those are my cereals right there, bro. Of course, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes the iron goes low. Sometimes for me. You know, I've been a skinny brother a lot for my whole life. And then I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm anemic. So sometimes my iron goes too low to the point where the pills ain't doing nothing, man. I need a little piece of chicken, a steak, you know? I'm going to try some of those things. Yeah, man. With cereal, lentil soup. Go to Trader Joe's too. That's why I be shopping. Trader Joe's, that lentil soup. If you go to Trader Joe's as well, especially over the summer, you put a nice coat. They sell the coconut smoothie. Oh my God. Oh, see, Halim said, drink some coconut water. Yo, I don't know if you got Trader Joe's where you at, Halim, but they sell a coconut smoothie. Yo, when I drink that, man, it's like me coming. And then also burrito. I could drink my vegetable burrito. You know who has a good vegan stuff? I don't know if y'all like Chipotle, but I don't go to Chipotle. Los Toros. You got a Dos Toros around your way. They got a good vegan it's like roasted beef, but it's actually vegan. Vegetable a plate of a vegetable salad. I mean a salad bowl, brown rice with black beans, guacamole, you know. Wow, I literally went to Trader Joe's for the first time yesterday. Crazy. Oh, yeah, that's the best place to shop. You know, you're gonna get a bunch of organic stuff and you're gonna get a lot of vegan stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta the only thing is you gotta check the sodium, but even the body also needs sodium. But yeah, if you go to Trader Joe's, Kevin Effect, there's a coconut smoothie. Get your lentil soup in there. Oh, and it doesn't cost that much. Around my way is what, $3.40 something or $4. I be racking up because that shit be getting off the shelf. I rack up like 8 of them. You know what I'm saying? And then put it on my meal. I'm telling you, I lost 40 to 50 pounds like that. And everybody saw it throughout the summer. The drinks keep your weight up. This keeps your weight up, and the sugar. Sometimes you can run, but you can't fight. Trinity say you can run, but you can't fight. I only have a black coffee for breakfast. I don't eat pork or shellfish. Yeah, pork is no good. You know why, Gino? There's no benefit in pork. You notice that there's no benefit in pork and there's no benefit in corn. You notice that? And as a Latino, right, we eat a lot of corn, but do you know that there's no benefit in corn? There is no benefit in corn. And you know, with the gardines that I showed you, you know what I put in the pan? Sofrito. So it could be nice and spicy. Sofrito. Corn is in everything. You know that corn is not even, you know that it's not beneficial a lot. Corn don't is not really a beneficial stuff. If you really look at it, you know. Avocado oil is good. Avocado oil is good. They also got this avocado mayo. Avocado mayo is good. I think everybody, I'm talking about the physical body, everybody needs a detox from time to time. That's why I respect the fasting in certain religions. I respect that. Well, I could be wrong too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I'm not a scientist. All I know is what goes inside. What I know, what does good inside my body. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you my opinion on what works for me. Corn helps the heart. A lot of things that help the heart, though. You know. Running helps the heart. Wine helps the heart. Even wine helps the heart. Red wine. See, I don't like coffee either. But anyway, let's go back to boxing. Let me put the link. Because my shit is lacking. If y'all want to jump in, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind it. You know, I want to chop it up about boxing, what y'all think about these fights. Boxing helps the heart. Fact. I want to talk about boxing right quick. I don't mind it. You know, you talk about all these fights that you think is good. Hold on. I was supposed to have an interview with Michelle Rivera, but it is what it is, you know. Frijoles del último saca tiene víctima. Vitamina. Pedos. But everybody is different. What works for me may not work for you. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Some people think that I'm crazy and shit like that. This is what Oscar de la Hoya said. Shout out to Fight Hub. Subscribe to Fight Hub and watch the full interview whenever you get the chance.
He has to step up and fight the tough opposition, the tough guys, the guys who are out there who can give him a fight. It's not the John Ryders of this world.
Y'all agree with Oscar de la Hoya? Do y'all agree with Oscar de la Hoya, the Golden Boy, the 6th Division World Champion? Do y'all agree with Oscar de la Hoya? Shout out to Fight Hub. Devin Haney is already taking his photos. We're getting ready for Lomachenko. Who y'all think who's going to win, Lomachenko versus Devin the Dream Haney? Is Lomachenko, did Lomachenko look good? That gives you the confidence that he could beat Devin Haney. And is Devin Haney going to show more power? Is Devin Haney going to get better? I think there's more upsides to Devin Haney than it is to Lomachenko. Of course, he was talking about that he can't make weight, but I believe that Devin Haney is a constant professional. He's shown that he's a constant professional in terms of working out. He looks incredible in incredible shape already. And the fight is going to be like in 2 months, and Devin Haney looks highly incredible right now, incredible shape. So I think that Devin Haney can look highly prepared for this fight. Seems like he's very dedicated to Islam and going to be fasting and stuff like that. So I think he's going to be highly prepared for Lomachenko. And I think that Lomachenko is going to be highly prepared for Devin Haney. Put that video that Eddie Hearn talked about Oscar De La Hoya, about what he said about John Ryder. I gotta cut that up. I haven't cut that up. I haven't listened to that too. But what he said, share it. What did he say? Hope Devin shows up. I think Devin Haney's gonna show up. Devin Haney, he's a student of the game. Devin Haney is a student of the game. I think he's gonna show up. But I believe that Devin Haney, that the traditional Devin Haney is gonna show up. I mean, I don't think there's anything different. I mean, the only statement that he can make is actually, not stopping Lomachenko. If he stops Lomachenko, wow, that would be incredible by Devin Haney. If he stops Lomachenko, that would be highly incredible if Devin Haney did do that. See, I didn't need to think about, let's say, when Teofimo Lopez fought Lomachenko, and Lomachenko at that time was regarded pound for pound, 1, 2, 3, you could flip it around. Him outboxing Lomachenko was actually bigger than him knocking out Lomachenko, because people expect if he beats Lomachenko, he will knock him out. I don't think nobody expects Devin Haney to stop or knock out Lomachenko. If that happens, then wow. Good for Devin Haney. I said that was before Life and Lighter. That was months ago. I'm going back, but don't worry. Resto Boxing Out is the voice of the UK, London, bro.
What's happening, brother? What's happening, mate?
Hold on. Let me put my headphones up.
Get your beats on. What's going on, bro?
What's good, brother? How's
it's
everything?
All good.
Man?
It's all good. What we cooking? What you cooking out here now?
Well,
where we at? Oscar De La Hoya. I heard that's where you're at right now.
Well,
Oscar De La Hoya. Play that again for me.
Let me play it again.
He has to step up and fight the tough opposition, the tough guys, the guys who are out there who can give him a fight. It's not the John Ryders of this world.
What do you think about that, sir?
Now, my opinion on Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo Alvarez is that Oscar De La Hoya sometimes, he comes with some talk. But I think when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, right, I think it's like a personal vendetta, the way he talk about Canelo sometimes. Because, Oscar De La Hoya is a great fighter himself, fought many fighters. But he also fought Ricardo Mayorga, which lost 5 times. Steve Forbes, I remember that fight, Steve Forbes. Remember that guy, Punch? That guy lost his 5, 6 losses. Not every fight Oscar fought. Even Ottorio Gatti, 5 losses. He fought guys which were not, he had some of the best names on his resume. But he also fought some fighters which weren't they great. You know what I'm saying? At that time when he fought them. So he knows boxing. He understands that Canelo Alvarez is doing what he got to do. I think, let's think about this. Oscar De La Hoya saying that he got to fight harder opponents. Well, let's look at this. He fought Billy Joe Saunders for unification. Kalen Plant for undisputed. From that, he went up in weight to fight Dimitri Bivol, which Oscar De La Hoya said himself, Punch, that they are crazy. Why are they taking this fight? This was not a good matchup for Oscar De La Hoya. Was downplaying Canelo for Eddie Hearn for putting him against a hard fight that he don't need to be in. So when the fight was too hard, Oscar De La Hoya wants to say, that's a wrong matchup.
Yeah.
So you can't win with Oscar De La Hoya, bro. Oscar De La Hoya is a personal vendetta when it comes to Canelo Alvarez.
And that's what I said earlier. I think that it probably makes sense for certain people, but when it comes to Oscar De La Hoya, it's not going to sound genuine. It's going to sound compromised because, of course, their history. I think that he was a little bit off, even though. But early in that same interview, he did mention that he would like to see Canelo Alvarez face Dimitri Bivol. In that same interview, he would like to see Canelo Alvarez fight Dimitri Bivol. He would like to see, and he added Jaime Munguia. And then when he added the Jaime Munguia, then I think that then is a flawed argument because Oscar De La Hoya, what have you done with Jaime Munguia? You know what I'm saying? What have you? I mean, you pulled out from the Charlo fight. You pulled out from him a potential mandatory to a Demetrius Andre fight. So why would you criticize what Canelo Alvarez needs to do? He already done what he done. And matter of fact, he's done it to the point where he could retire right now and walk in as a first ballot Hall of Famer like you, Oscar De La Hoya. So you also was the one that said that Eddie Hearn was stupid for putting him up against a Dimitri Bivol because you know that's a hard opposition. You know that's a bad style for Canelo Alvarez. So, but Canelo Alvarez actually picked that. You know what I'm saying? He jumped off. But Life and Logic, good looking out, my brother. Only one punch. Good looking out with a super chat, my brother. Appreciate you, my brother. God bless, God bless, God bless. Love you, my brother. Real Boxing TV in the building with a super chat. Shout out to Rap and Punch, ducking no smoke, no smoke. Got the thickest smoke in the YTBC. Nobody want part of this. You know what I'm saying? The best of both pawns, the best of both pawns. But yeah, it's kind of flawed when Oscar De La Hoya says it, even though that it might be legitimate in certain points and stuff like that. I don't feel a lot of people is a fan of the John Ryder opportunity. And because there's other fighters out there that Canelo Alvarez could have chosen. But it is what it is. In the end of the day, Canelo Alvarez picked that opponent. He's coming off from a surgery. There is no shame in Canelo Alvarez. Ryder put himself in position for that fight or for opportunity. He put himself in position for opportunity. He's there. He did what he needed to do in his end. And look, even in life, how many times do you hear you got to be in the right place at the right time? Sometimes you might be the right person, but it might not be the right place in the right time. How many times that we hear that? John Ryder is in the right place at the right time. That's why John Ryder's got the opportunity. Sometimes you could do whatever you got. You could go to school, you could get a degree, you could apply for a job. Maybe that job that you're applying for doesn't have any openings. And then here comes this other person. The next week, they already fired somebody. Then they're looking for somebody. And then that other person, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck? I applied for this job. And they said there was nobody. They wasn't hiring. And now they hiring. Well, you was in the right place at the right time. John Ryder is in the right place at the right time to get the fight with Canelo Alvarez. And it is what it is.
Did I answer my Oscar De La Hoya question?
Yes, sir. No, yes, sir. I think that there's going to be people out there that agree with you. There's people out there that still want to see Canelo Alvarez with another opposition because they're not familiar with John Ryder. But John Ryder, you know what I'm saying, he put himself in position for.
Look, let's just keep it 100, right? And this is me just keeping it 100. I like Oscar De La Hoya. Where Oscar's right, I'm going to back him. You understand? This is Oscar De La Hoya showing his emotions. And he's got a weakness because it's with many men. You the same as Oscar De La Hoya, maybe the same I am. When someone does you wrong, because you said it, Canelo snaked Oscar. Let's keep it real as well. Look, we're not fanboys. Canelo Alvarez snaked Oscar De La Hoya in front of the world. Oscar's the man who put Canelo Alvarez on the map. Ain't nobody in England knew who Canelo was. It was when Oscar De La Hoya came promoting him, when the biggest man in the world started promoting Canelo Alvarez around the world, was Oscar De La Hoya was the mouthpiece.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw how Canelo told him to fuck himself when he made it.
Yep.
And who got Canelo Alvarez the $350 million deal? Who?
Oscar De La Hoya, the golden boy.
The biggest deal
in boxing history. No, in boxing history.
After Floyd Money Mayweather and anyone else, the biggest deal in history for a fighter was Oscar De La Hoya did it for Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always going to be a vendetta. A man like Oscar De La Hoya, he don't like how Canelo left and the way that he did it. He don't respect Canelo Alvarez, bro. I'm telling you now. He don't respect Canelo Alvarez because of the way that it ended up with him and Canelo.
Mm-hmm. No, I could see that. Of course, we see that.
If he was younger, he would have gone in the ring against Canelo Alvarez. That's Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya would have challenged Canelo Alvarez if he was a younger man.
Of course. Do you think that Canelo Alvarez would have fought? Oscar De La Hoya?
I'm just saying, right? Because Oscar fought everybody. The thing with Oscar, he went up and he fought fighters like the Executioner, where people don't even want to talk about that. When a man like Executioner, the Bernard Hopkins, you know what I'm saying? Oscar De La Hoya is a much more proven fighter. He knows he's fought better fighters than Canelo. He sees his era and the way that he was a different way that where Canelo is today. And the thing is, you still got to respect Dimitri Bivol, Gennady Golovkin. Even you want to talk about Kalen Plant. These are the ones that Canelo's been fighting. You know what I'm saying? So what is Oscar De La Hoya saying, bro? Is he saying that these fighters today ain't what they are? What's he saying?
I think that like you said, it's hard for a great fighter because this is an ego sport. It's a mano-a-mano, man-to-man type of sport, right? It's fight. Not a basketball game, not a volleyball game, nothing like that. A lot of legends like that, they look at these fighters, especially now, and they don't even like being compared. Like Oscar De La Hoya has fought everybody, anybody, any style, any race, any time, at the right time. Oscar De La Hoya fought everybody that he fought at the right time. And also, as the A side, giving concessions to the B side. Let's not forget that Oscar De La Hoya fought Manny Pacquiao and moved right back down to the 147 to give him concessions when Oscar De La Hoya was the A side. Oh, I don't want nobody to talk. I want it fair for you. I want you to be in your best. I want Manny Pacquiao to be on your best. That's Oscar De La Hoya. Nobody ever. And I know haters of Oscar De La Hoya can even question the heart and the statistical fortitude of Oscar De La Hoya. So he sees that and be like, man, come on, why are you fighting John Ryder? Look, there's going to be fighters out there. I don't even think the comparison, you know why I disagree a little bit with what you said in the comparison that you gave John Ryder to a Gotti or a comparison to that. These guys or Mayorga, these guys
Steve Forbes.
But these guys,
Steve Forbes was like a John Ryder, bro.
No, but what I mean is, at that time, their reputation fostered. Steve Forbes had a reputation.
Yeah, but it was nothing more than a John Ryder. Trust me. I remember that fight. That fight, people were downplaying that fight, and then he even got that decision to fight, if I'm not mistaken, Felix Sturm. Remember?
At that time, that was his weakest opposition. But I'm saying the other guys that you mentioned in terms of Gotti, in terms of Mayorga, these guys already was world champions before. So you can't knock that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the resume speaks for itself. And look, Canelo Alvarez's resume of this era is probably the best of this era. He's coming out of surgery. And I think any great fighter that's coming out of surgery, we as hardcore boxing fans can understand the tune-up. The only problem that I have is don't say anything more than what it is. John Ryder is a tune-up for Canelo Alvarez. I don't want to hear people say, well, he's the mandatory. No, the WBO never ordered the fight. The WBO never ordered that fight. This is a voluntary, which is all right. I'm okay with Canelo Alvarez after surgery getting this John Ryder fight in precision, and John Ryder being in precision and a good enough opponent for a tune-up. Canelo Alvarez tune-up is everybody else's probably best fight. I can't even argue that. Canelo Alvarez tune-up is probably the best fight. John Ryder will be the best fight for the other elite fighters. Let's not forget that also, people said that Dimitri Bivol was a cherry picked by Canelo Alvarez. So the standard of Canelo Alvarez is so high that Dimitri Bivol, when people heard that he was going to fight Dimitri Bivol, was a cherry pick. Dimitri Bivol will be the best opponent on everybody else's resume and probably will be everybody else. That's the standard of Canelo Alvarez. And maybe we'll be swimming on that pool for a long time that we don't even, sometimes we need to humble ourselves and be like, yo, Canelo Alvarez, the criticism is so up there that is unfair. Some of it also, and I've said certain things that is probably unfair as well. You there? Funny thing is that Andre been taking cherry picks and tune-ups all his career, and this motherfucker has him as a boogeyman.
Yo, can you hear me?
Now I hear you. Funny thing is that Andre been taking cherry picks. I don't think he been cherry picks. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna read that message. You can super chat that message. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Look, man. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. You know, when you reach a status and other fighters haven't done what they've done, they can't start fucking screaming about anything because they don't have anything to bring. They don't have a foundation. See, when you're doing things, you can shame another fighter. The difference is Manny Pacquiao was doing something while Floyd was being great. Manny Pacquiao was coming from behind and showing what he can do to those people. Manny Pacquiao demanded that fight. See, fighters at that time when Floyd was there, Manny Pacquiao was the fighter for Floyd to show, wait, there's a man who maybe can beat him. Because look how he beats these opponents. Sometimes you need that opponent. So when you got these opponents like Charlo, who hasn't even fought for 500 days, don't know when the fuck he's going to fight, bro. This guy Charlo, I don't know how old he is now, but he was 30 probably by the time, or 31. Now this man's probably 33 by the time he's coming back. Do you know what I mean? They're not doing nothing, you know? And then you got David Benavidez that you look at his resume, bruv. I'm just going to keep it real. His resume ain't that good. We keep giving him fucking credit for fucking Anthony Durrell. Durrell's been a has-been for a long time. If you look at fucking Benavidez's resume, bro, who he get those belts from? Even that is nothing to bring to Canelo Alvarez. And then you want to talk about other fighters. They got nothing substance. You just got to wait for your lottery ticket. That's it. This is the Canelo Alvarez show. The cartel. Motherfuckers, I'm from England. And I'm telling you, Canelo Alvarez is the cartel right now. Why? He's the money maker, the face, and his fans love him. His fans rock with him, bro.
Facts.
Nobody's fans are rocking with anybody else like they're rocking with Canelo.
And that's the problem. That's what I was going to bring up. I want to give you your opinion because you from across the pond, you from the UK. What do you see from these? What do you see? All right. I want to ask Rap Star from the UK across the pond, what do you see from the African-American fan base towards their fighters? Because one of the best fan base in all of sport is the UK fan base. The UK fan base, they go out there and support their own. It don't matter if it's Tyson Fury. It don't matter if it's Ricky Hatton. It don't matter if it's Anthony Joshua. It don't matter if it's Bruno. No matter what color, what shades, the Brits support the Brits. Conor Benn is one of the phenom in the sport of boxing, and they support the Brit. You know what I'm saying? They support Conor Benn more than the African Americans support Boots Ennis when it comes in numbers. He already headlining shows.
Have you not noticed?
Virgil Ortiz already headlining shows. What do you see, Rap Star, from across the pond? The problem, maybe if the African American community will support in mass numbers Jamal Charlo and Demise Andre, it could lure Canelo Alvarez. It could shame the fans, could shame, but it's not enough. What is your opinion? What you see across the pond from the American, especially the African Americans?
I mean, you know more about that than I would. But you know, about the fan base, why they don't follow. You know that more than I. But what I can say, looking outside, looking in, they're not loyal fans anymore. Like the boxing in America has now become pick and choose, pick and choose, pick and choose all the time, right? Boxers are not acknowledging their fans in America. They're not even embracing their fans. Look at fucking Errol Spence. He don't give a fuck about his fans. Everybody talks to me about Errol Spence, Dallas Cowboys over there, Texas, biggest state, bigger than fucking countries. Where the fuck's his fans, bro? I know that I see fans when they come out for him, but what's he doing with the fans? I don't see no embracing. I don't see no major following. I don't see Terence Crawford major following. Yeah, I see following for Tank Davis. I see some followings like that. But are they major fans? Because they're not. Because your biggest American fighter, let Rapstar tell everybody the facts right now. You know what I mean? Let's give everybody the knowledge. The facts are that American fighters today, it looks big on the outside, but they're not that big anymore compared to the world boxing. And let me just dice this down. Yes, American boxing is big all round. They got more fighters, but they're not waving the flag like the Mayweathers, the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Mike Tysons, the Muhammad Alis. They're not connected to the public like that in mass. And you know why? That's why Errol Spence, yeah, it's big numbers, 200,000 pay-per-views, big numbers. Yeah, right. Oh, Tank Davis, big numbers, 200,000, big numbers. Terence Crawford, 130,000, big numbers. Man, Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican guy that you hate in America, comes to America and sells 800,000. 800 fucking thousand comes and sells out Texas fucking stadium faster than Errol Spence and sells more tickets than Errol Spence in his own fucking state. Tell me if I'm fucking telling facts.
Facts. Let me read this the super chat. Good looking out. Adrien Lopez said, new subscriber punch. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you, brother. Coming here from Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. Salute, Denver, Colorado. I gotta go party in Denver, Colorado, man.
Respect.
When I drove out there from New York to Las Vegas and I crossed Denver, Colorado, when I stopped there, I stopped in Colorado to take a nap. And I said, and I was in Ashton, something like that. And I'm like, yo, I got a party out here, man. There was people coming out the club, but I was too tired. I couldn't do it. But man, I got to go party out there, man. Shout out to Colorado. Colorado in the building. Good looking out, Adrien Lopez, man. Appreciate you, bro. I agree with you. So people get mad. See, people get mad at this subject, Rapstar, because they just don't want they don't want the truth. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. Why is Conor in the welterweight division? Let's bring Conor Benn. Conor Benn is already doing his he already eventing in his own, you know what I'm saying, main eventing in his own card, own show. He got his own show. Virgil Ortiz in his own show. These guys are on the same line with Boots Ennis. Why Boots Ennis don't headline his own show yet? And to think about it, how does Gervonta Davis, and I'm saying that from the Dan Rafael numbers, because those are the numbers that they're going to respect, right? So I'm going to say the 200,000 that Gervonta Davis did, right? But Gervonta Davis had Boots Ennis, Gervonta Davis on the undercard had Rashidi Ellis, and Gervonta Davis, that card also had Demetrius Andre. How that, if the African Americans support their own, how does that pay-per-view still do 200? With all these fighters that are interesting, should be interesting, skill, world champions, up and coming, exciting fighter, how that card still does 200K. That means there's no support. Now, and then I said this earlier today. I don't know if you was hearing. Can you imagine this card? Canelo Alvarez, right? Because they want to compare Gervonta Davis and Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, Virgil Ortiz, Navarrete, Leo Santa Cruz. How much pay-per-view you think is going to make if that was a card? How much pay-per-view? Big, huge
numbers.
Huge.
Seven-figure numbers.
Canelo Alvarez, Virgil Ortiz on the same event? And then you add Navarrete or you add a Leo Santa Cruz at that? And it's 200,000. They do that means they don't get the backing.
See, the problem is, right? It could be a shame at the same time. It could be, but at the same time, it could be motivation for American fighters to capture back the face of boxing. You understand? Because Mayweather showed them the blueprint. Muhammad Ali showed the world. Sugar Ray Leonard showed everybody what money was when people didn't know what 10 million fucking was a fight. You understand? These were the face of boxing was American. And today, after the 20 years and, the last 20 years, things have changed. After the Klitschko's came, they kind of dominated the heavyweight. The Americans kind of got pissed off and they left boxing and started watching a lot more basketball and NBA. And, it's kind of like the other sports have grown way more in America. They got a big following in America. Americans, you're lucky, Punch. You got a lot of sports. You got a lot of sports to choose from, which are very, big sports in America. Multi-billion-dollar industries like this NBA and NFL and even ice hockey and baseball. You guys are spoiled in your country. And slowly, you've lost that major following for each fighter in America. I don't know what's going on. You got the biggest population, but I don't know why the American public ain't making Errol Spence. Why is he not the man? When I say not the man, is it because the fighters are letting themselves down? Are they not doing what Canelo Alvarez is doing? Are they not shaming the world? Are the American fighters getting lazy, making their little money here and there and just sitting back? What's going on?
I think they're not transparent with the fans. I think their personality sucks. A guy like Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, their personality is like dry paint. It sucks. They don't fight on free TV. So what was the last time that Errol Spence fought on free TV? Before the Michael Garcia fight, before the pandemic. So that means the casuals didn't get to experience Errol Spence. The casuals really never. The last time that he fought on primetime TV, that was versus I think no. He fought the primetime TV versus Leonard Bundu after the Olympics. That they try to fake the numbers, but also he fought Peterson right on Showtime, but nobody's familiar with him. I think he's the product of Dallas Cowboys and Jerry Jones promoting him. I think if you fought somewhere else, he won't be the same fighter. Omaha, you got Bud Crawford putting 13,000, 12,000 seat asses in the seat on your own home. You got Canelo Alvarez get 50,000, going to be having 50,000 people in Mexico, and then the 70,000 people in Texas. And these guys are supposed to be the number one guys in the sport, like the top guys in the sport. You got Gervonta Tank Davis, and let's be honest, he's a product of Floyd Mayweather. And like I said before, Floyd Mayweather, to me, in my opinion, and you could agree or disagree, I don't think Floyd Mayweather really got millions, tons of millions of fans. I think that Floyd Mayweather got millions and millions, tons of followers. Because if you look at Floyd Mayweather, even when he goes to an arena, they boo him. They boo him everywhere he go. It's not like his fans overwhelm any other fans with cheers. It's because people wanted to see him lose. Floyd Mayweather has a lot of haters, and his haters follow him. That's what it is. I'm not saying that he don't got fans or doesn't have the respect. What I'm saying,
I think you got to remember this. Yeah, you can love him or hate him, but deep down inside, they still respect him in different ways. Do you see what I mean? So he gets that. Oh no, is he ever going to lose? And what I mean, all that.
But think about it. What do you think if Gervonta Tank Davis would have never been with Floyd Mayweather? I said it earlier. Again, you could agree or disagree. He's just like Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis is exciting. He knocks everybody out. He's flashy. He's flamboyant. But he don't got Floyd Mayweather. Gervonta Tank Davis knocks everybody out. But if he didn't have Floyd Mayweather, where would Gervonta Tank Davis be today? I don't think he'll be the same star because he ain't had that co-signer. He wouldn't have Floyd Mayweather co-signer.
No, in the beginning.
In terms of excitement, what's the difference between Tank
the problem with
and
me
Boots?
is
Gary Antoine Russell or Tank?
Well, let me answer that first question because I don't think Tank would have captured the audience and the imagination early days without Floyd. When Floyd came to England and promoted Tank don't really have the personality to capture from the fans. It was Floyd's boy. And everybody was like, who's this Floyd's boy? You know what I mean? Floyd's now certifying the fighter. Floyd's saying this is the guy. So that captured a lot for the people outside of America, outside of Baltimore. Then people's eyes were watching Tank. But, if you look at all those promotions and everything, Floyd Floyd was the mouthpiece. Floyd was the mouthpiece. Now, of course, you know, Tank did what he did. Tank gave some good performances, but everything Tank did in the beginning, he started bringing fighters as he came up. All the fighters were strategically brought from underneath. All fighters that Tank looked great with were built up from lower weight classes to bring them up. And you know, everybody talks about this bullshit. Oh, Tank Davis is the smaller guy. Tank Davis is not the smaller guy. He's always been the bigger guy. And let me show you why. Only against Mario Barrios, he went up in weight. But he went up in weight first. And let me show you this. Whenever Tank's fought, he's bringing people up. He's been the bigger guy. And now he's finally facing a guy who belongs at a weight class that he don't want to fight that guy. Let's keep it real. Tank don't want to fight the guy at a weight class that he's been to before, who's a bigger guy himself, who didn't make weight a couple of times. So we know Tank can't make weight. He's big anyway. Let's keep it real. Tank ain't the most guy that makes weight. He's a big guy. So he has to cut weight. Tank Davis would fight at 140 punch. He would fight anyone at 140. But he don't want to fight Ryan Garcia at 140. So answer that question to me. Tell me that's not strategic. Tell me that's not that now we're talking about, oh, when Tank leaves Floyd Mayweather. Man, Tank is using the most strategic mindset to fight a Ryan Garcia and make him cut weight and only come up 10 pounds. Bro, ain't no fighter taking that contract.
So does that mean after all this time, all these months, days, and years, should we apologize to Floyd Mayweather? Because we felt that it was Floyd Mayweather that was holding him back. It was Floyd Mayweather that was holding. Remember, it was Floyd Mayweather that was holding him back. So should we apologize to Floyd Mayweather because Gervonta Davis is fighting Ryan Garcia? He has all the advantages. He's trying to drain him. He's trying to drain him. We already know that. He don't want to fight him at 140, but he fought Mario Barrios at 140. No stipulations. So as his team, I believe that Gervonta Davis and his team is intimidated by Ryan Garcia.
And let's remember this. If you guys are real hardcore boxing fans, one day Floyd came out and he said, I'm going to get Tank to fight Loma. And he goes, we're going to put him in there. This was a long, long time ago when he was young. And then Tank went and said something on Twitter about, oh, why is people making decisions for me? You know, like got angry with Floyd. And then Floyd didn't say nothing anymore about it. But Floyd did try to put him up, put Tank's ass up on there. He did. He tried to put pressure on him a long time ago, Punch, if you remember.
I think that Floyd Mayweather was so smart that he knew that he wasn't ready at that time.
And let me tell you what's the worst thing here. I think Floyd in his heart knows Tank wasn't ready for some fights. And no matter how good he was and how good he is,
he wasn't disciplined. He wasn't ready. He wasn't disciplined.
Yeah. He just wasn't ready. No matter what. Teofimo Lopez did it though. Right?
Yep.
He did it at an early age. But Tank refused to be great. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you now, go check all those little interviews. And even Lomachenko wanted to see who Tank was. And Tank refused to be a great, and speak Lomachenko's name. He didn't want to know, Punch. He didn't want to know.
No, the proof is in the pudding. Look, the proof is in the pudding. He's his team, him, whatever you want to call it. They intimidated by Ryan Garcia. That's just the intimidation is in the stipulation. It is, and what that's
facts. Pound for pound, King speaking facts. Let me find all these Twitters for you. Rapstar's got this, you know, this brain, which is, what's that word? You know, when you remember things, sometimes back in the day, things. Well, this is what Pound for Pound's saying. Tank wrote on Twitter, Floyd trying to make me lose. Long time ago, Punch. When he was coming up.
Yo, once you have he has a conscience. He knows that Ryan Garcia, look, he's big. You never complained. You always was the smaller guy, shorter, let's say shorter guy, right? Why now Ryan Garcia that's coming from, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis came from the same weight class. They came from the same weight class. It's not like Ryan Garcia started off at 147 and came right back down. Yeah, started in the same weight class. He's younger than you. He's been skinny all his life. You know what I'm saying? You have attained more, you have accomplished more. You're known for being more dangerous than him. You're known for being more better than him. Why do we have all this stipulation? They are afraid of Ryan Garcia. Gervonta Davis team, business handlers, whoever you want to call it, they are afraid of the pretty boy. They're afraid of the guy that's going to whip your ass and take your girl at the same time. They're afraid of the pretty boy. That's what it is. That's it. It is what it is. I like Gervonta Davis. I'm a fan of Gervonta Davis, but you already told us that you're intimidated by Ryan Garcia.
So if I'm not mistaken, I check, but I'll check again if you want. That Ryan normally can come in 16 to 17, 18 pounds, even 16 pounds the next day, right? But let me check it. But don't forget, he's coming down again from 140 because he can't make 135 anymore, he said. He said it was getting tough for him, right? So he wanted to fight Tank at 138. That fight got agreed. Then it went back and forth, and then last minute it got disagreed. They said, no, 136. Then Ryan went back and said, yeah, just sign the fight. And then they came back and said, no, but he can't rehydrate. I mean, that's...
And remember what Corner Boxing says, saying Ryan taking PEDs, Tank. Remember when he said that shit too? He's intimidated by Ryan.
Yeah.
It is what it is, folks. I've been a supporter of Tank Davis. I'm a fan of Ryan Garcia. Y'all know my guy, Teofimo Lopez. I always say that the legacy fight for Teofimo Lopez is Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis, I got to be real with y'all. Gervonta Tank Davis is intimidated by Ryan Garcia. I don't give a damn about what anybody say. It's right there. The proof is in the pudding. Just like what Flo Mayweather be saying, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Gervonta Tank Davis is intimidated by Ryan Garcia. Don't let the street shit fool you. He could look street. He could dress street. He could be locked up. Like if that puts him like, no. He's ghetto. He's from the hood, but he ain't street. He probably was locked in the gym. He was working out in his profession as a boxer. That doesn't mean you gully. Gervonta Tank Davis ain't gully like that. He could pretend it like he is. No, he not. Gervonta Tank Davis is a professional boxer. Just like Ryan Garcia is a professional boxer. None of these motherfuckers is street dudes. They're peoples, their entourage may be, but they ain't street dudes. He's intimidated by Ryan Garcia.
Little Tank. Tank's a bad man, isn't it? Tank not scared of no one, I thought. Tank from Baltimore. Why are you trying to do that to a fighter? He's a bad man.
That shit, and you know when people say that, you know that shit don't work.
Mini Mike Tyson.
You know that shit don't work in boxing. That tough guy shit. Mike Tyson have told the people that tough shit don't work in boxing. Let's not forget that it was Sonny Liston that beat Sonny. It was Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay that beat Sonny Liston, the bad guy. This guy's a goody two shoes. They got Muhammad Ali came from a 2-parent household, Christian household, the Olympian, educated, well spoken. He beat the fuck out of Sonny Liston, the gangster. He beat the gangster. You know what I'm saying? You can look at the history of the sport of boxing. The bad boy eventually loses. The bad boy. How about the Christian and the good brother of Evander Holyfield? Yeah, he knocked out the bad boy Mike Tyson. He beat the bad boy. Look at Oscar de la Hoya. Oscar de la Hoya, shit, goody two shoes. How many bad motherfuckers he beat?
Yep.
Who was the heel and who was the good guy? Oscar de la Hoya or Fernando Vargas, who got his shit beaten up? Mayorga, Oscar de la Hoya, who got his shit beaten up? In boxing, the smartest guy wins. The boxer, the smartest. It doesn't matter about that street shit. That street shit don't help nobody in boxing. I got Ryan Garcia beating Gervonta Davis.
Some boxers even say this. Have you heard of this punch? That even if a fighter takes something, he's already weak. That he can't beat me. I've heard fighters say that if he needs some kind of enhanced drugs to beat me, his mind's already weak. You know what I mean? He's already doubting himself. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think at the end of the day, though.
No. I'm just saying life and logic. I believe in Gervonta Davis' skills. Hold on. I believe in Gervonta Davis' skills. I think that he got more tools in the toolbox than Ryan Garcia. But right now, the only way that Gervonta Davis, to me, what he's telling me as a fan, if he beats Ryan Garcia, it's because he had all the advantages. It's because he set up Ryan Garcia to lose even before the fight. It's because Gervonta Davis is winning the fight, wants to win the fight before the fight. That's why I'm going to give Gervonta Davis to beat Ryan Garcia. If you go straight head-to-head without no stipulation, I would have still given the nod to Tank Davis. But what he's telling me, and he's intimidated by Ryan Garcia, that Ryan Garcia got way more. His team knows it. His business handler knows it. So in my opinion, Ryan Garcia will beat Gervonta Davis. But if Gervonta Davis beat Ryan Garcia, it's because he's depleted him. He won the fight before the fight.
Yeah. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, though, going into this fight, the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm looking at what fighters are saying. Everybody now is slightly edging towards Tank Davis to beat Ryan Garcia because they understand the logistics of the fight as well. You understand?
Mr.
No
Holmes,
excuses. No excuses. But that, if you're looking at it that way, you might see Ryan getting tired at some point in the fight if it doesn't go his way early. You understand?
Yeah. Let me answer to Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes is not about the past. The past was a different type of sport. I'm talking about the now. Don't bring Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is an enigma, bro. I like when I could bring a subject up and somebody brings me one of the greatest that ever lived and stuff like that. No. Bring it down to the normality of it. Mike Tyson is only one Mike Tyson. It's only one Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather, I'm going to tell you something about Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather wasn't the best selling. Not even when he beat Gotti. Not even when he beat Castillo. Not even when he beat Corrales. It was still Oscar de la Hoya. If Oscar de la Hoya never gave Floyd Mayweather the opportunity, his pay would have never went from $8 million a fight to $25 million a fight and pay-per-view back end. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that his biggest fight, his breakout year that turned Pretty Boy into Money Made, Floyd Mayweather needed a pander and wear that green, red, and white colors. Just like Gervonta Davis in his first pay-per-view versus Leo Santa Cruz needed to wear the green, red, and white colors. Just like Earl the True Spence when he fought Mikey Garcia, first pay-per-view, needed to pander and wear the green, red, and white colors. Don't tell me shit like that. You need to pander to the Latinos. You need to pander to the Mexican fan base so you can become a star. It's the reason why even Shakur Stevenson was wearing his beautiful sombrero and poncho. Huh? And now he needs to seek no wait. My father was Puerto Rican. So let me pander to Puerto Rican. Let me pander to the Puerto Rican. Let's not act like we're fools out here. Y'all don't support your own like that. The blacks do not support your own. And I'm saying it like that because y'all should. These guys are supposed to be a superstar. How come Al Heyman doesn't have a problem being transparent with Canelo Alvarez? Why Al Heyman doesn't have a problem being transparent with Manny Pacquiao, but all of a sudden, he got no transparency with Bud Crawford? Why he's the only one that's complaining? Why he's the only one that's complaining to Bob Arum and then Al Heyman? Really? Really? Come on, man. The proof is in the pudding, man. And their first big night, lucrative night, they was looking like Mexicans. Am I right? Rap? Can you could tell me if I'm wrong?
Well, all I'm gonna cut short is that the opportunities which were there to try and become the biggest fighter in America and round now to be the biggest fighter around the world, to have the stock risen to be the next fighter which could even be as big as Canelo Alvarez. The opportunity was there. And they never took the opportunity, bro. The opportunity for the winner of that fighter punch,
bro.
That was the man. That's gonna be the man. And these guys are here back and
Bros, I'm talking about now, Marlon. I'm talking about now. You giving me Leonard, Tyson, Ali, and Floyd. I'm talking about now. Charlo, Charlo, Stephen Fulton. Huh? Wilder, talk to me about now. Don't talk to me about Floyd. Floyd had more haters than supporters. People wanted to see him lose. Feel me? Beyond the ring with Nonito and Raquel. The legend.
It's the legend, bruv.
Legend, bruv.
Legend.
Legend fighter.
When you fighting, Nonito? When's your
Legend
fight?
fighter,
When's
legend.
his fight's supposed to come up soon?
Huh? Yeah, man. For title fight, man. Title. I still want Donito Donet to fight a big the legacy, the Chocolatito Estrada. I think that's what it is. I think he deserves that more than anything. Even though that winning of the title is all good, because of course he's going to be a champion again, and when he becomes a champion, then more doors open up. But at this point, it's like I said before, man. Nonito Donet got nothing to lose. He's immortal, in my opinion. His legacy is immortal. The only thing you could do is put a cherry on top. I want to see Chocolatito and Estrada step up and get that legacy fight. I think they all need that, in my opinion. I feel like that's all good. Why not? Okay.
No. I'm gonna bring the back to the channel where it was earlier on, Nonito, when you wasn't here. People in the channel and Punch, right? They were saying the best fighters are still running, doing road work. And some people in the chat said, Nonito and Canelo Alvarez, the reason why they lost, because I want to say what was said in the chat earlier, you know what I mean? And I love Nonito Donet, but you know me, I love speaking whatever I'm here seeing. That Canelo Alvarez and Nonito Donet not doing as much road work anymore could have digressed them in the fights, and that's why they both lost. Am I right or wrong, Punch?
Go ahead. You speaking about it. Go ahead. Talk
this is what was on the channel earlier on.
Yeah, so talk about it.
So
analyze it.
Analyze it is what it is. I'm just saying. People feel that fighters, that you were saying this, right? That fighters who don't do long distance running, it digresses them. They need to keep that momentum of running going on consistently, because that's what the best fighters in the world have done, like the Alis, the Mayweathers, some of the best and greats have always run. So this is what I was seeing in the chat earlier on, that people feel that Canelo Alvarez and Nonito Donet are two fighters that, because they're not doing road running, that has digressed them as fighters.
Mr. Holmes, bro, you're going back to the Mike Tyson. You're going back to the Mike Tyson. You're going back to the Enigma. You're going back to the greatest. Go to the fighters today. Let's talk about the fighters today. Today, guys. Today. Not Mike Tyson. You're only going back to one of the greatest that ever laced them up.
And he's still going back in history.
And when we're talking about, everybody loved Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's skill set and entertainment value spoke every language. I'm talking about fighters today. I'm talking about why, if Jermall Charlo, and Demetrius Andre had the backing of the African Americans, they could lure in a Canelo Alvarez fight. But they can't shame them. They can't debunk any narrative. They can't. It doesn't overwhelm Canelo Alvarez to be like, you know what? Shit, man, I'm overwhelmed and my back is against the wall. I need to fight these guys. It's not strong enough. It's not strong enough. How you have all these guys in the same card, you know what I'm saying, and still can't crack over 200K? Where was y'all support? Why does Tim Smith from PBC needs to say that you're gonna rob the fight when it's Bud Crawford versus Earl the True Spence? We never heard that. Nobody said publicly. Why they saying rob the fight? You know why? Because they also think that the community is a bunch of thieves. That's why he said that. You're gonna rob the fight. So come on, man. Like it's people should take that into be like, you know what? Behind closed doors, even in hip hop, we don't support our own. We don't support like other races does. That is in the sport of boxing. You know that. You know that. I'm not bringing something that y'all don't that people don't talk behind the scenes or in public on public. You just don't like it because I'm saying it. You just don't like it because I'm being out loud saying it. But in reality, I remember I had this conversation years ago. You remember? You remember Deacon, rap star? Oh my God, I went to Punch Drunk Boxing and he said these things about us. And he said these things and he went to Barbershop Conversation. Oh my God. Oh, anybody that go to Punch Drunk Boxing, don't support him. Oh, and then you know what he said after he went with his rant? Oh my God, he said this about the black one, that we don't support our own and we don't, you know what he said? It's true, man. We don't support our own. We don't support our own businesses. We don't, oh, you just mad. You're just mad that I said the truth. It's all we come from the same community, Marlon. We come from the same community, like Black and Latino community. So you know our culture. I know your culture, you know my culture. If you're in the West Coast and it's more of a Mexican Latino culture, you know that culture. In Texas, we all grow up and we all have camaraderie and we all relate to our circumstances and stuff like that. But there's different cultures within the community as well. Within the community, even a Dominican will know there's a different culture between the Mexican culture. Even Latinos will know another Latino culture. In reality, you don't support your own like that. You don't support the community like that. Hey, I'm just keeping it real. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just being honest. You're not strong enough. You're not strong enough. No other Latinos other than Canelo sells punch. No other Latinos. I'm not trying to, I don't want them to, they don't got to sell. Not everybody got to sell like Canelo. Not everybody got to sell like Tyson. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about support. I'm talking about support like Virgil Ortiz about to fight Stanionis. And he's going to have his own card, just like he's going to have he had his own main event versus Maurice Hooker. Just like he has his own main event versus Mean Machine. He about to have his own main event with Stanionis. That's what I'm saying. Where's Boots' main event? Mister, where's Boots? Why doesn't he have his main event, Boots? Why does Jamel Charlo versus Brian Castano, undisputed, only have 70,000 plus people in attendance? Huh, mister? Why? Why don't y'all come and support Jamel Charlo in numbers? Why? Why? He ain't doing nothing great? Huh? Come on, man. Motherfucker be catching man feelings for no reason, even with the truth. Speak the truth, man. I'm only giving you the truth. Everybody else know it. You know it. You know it. Y'all know it. Come on, man. You don't see a bunch of Mexicans wearing fucking dashikis and shit like that. You see a bunch of black fighters wearing the fucking sombrero and ponchos trying to pander to the Mexican crowd. Am I right or wrong? Oh, that's a lie. We ain't seen Montana with the sombrero and the poncho. No, that's just fake. We ain't see Earl of True Spence versus Michael Garcia with the red, green, and white. We ain't see Gervonta Davis with the green, red, and white. No. We ain't seen Shakur Stevenson with the sombrero and the poncho. Nah, I'm just lying. I'm just lying. I never saw that before. Now you're going to move in the goalpost. You just keep on talking about Latino stuff. Okay, Dominicans don't support Dominican is not a boxing sport. It's not. It's not big in Dominican Republic. Boxing is not big in Dominican Republic. It's not a sport that Dominicans ever really supported. But guess what? They get the big fights too. Hector Luis Garcia got Gervonta Davis. That's what I mean. Y'all get me, but stay with the subject. What does the African American community needs to do to support their role? How about that? Stay with that. It's not poncho. It's some sarape. You telling me blacks don't sell? I'm saying blacks don't support their own like they should in the sport of boxing. They don't support their own like they should in the sport of boxing. There's a lot of great fights. Stephen Fulton should be bigger than what he is. Bud Crawford should be bigger than what he is. Earl Spence should be bigger than what he is. The Charlo brothers should be bigger. The Charlo brothers had a show, had a pay-per-view event. Charlo was going for unification bout versus the Dominican Jason Rosario and Sergey Derevchenko. Two meaningful fights for the brothers, twin brothers. We don't see that in the world. Tell me how many twin champions athlete there are in the world. It's only the Charlos. They did a pay-per-view and it sold 100,000. And then you know what? They never did pay-per-view again because you know why? Because y'all motherfuckers didn't support them. Y'all motherfuckers didn't flip the bill. Am I right or wrong? Because if I would have flipped that bill, they were still going pay-per-view, just like Andy Ruiz. They were still going pay-per-view. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. It don't. Why people be like all the time, yo, Demetrius Andre don't got no fans. Who's supposed to be on the front line supporting Demetrius Andre, the Olympian? I mean, I agree with you, but I also hear a lot of Mexicans talk crap about Canelo. Yeah, but the love overwhelms. The love overwhelms the hate. Every fighter is always gonna get hate, but the love overwhelms. You don't think that Manny Pacquiao got haters too? Manny Pacquiao got his haters, but the love overwhelms it. The love and the support always keeps the value of that fighter. Manny Pacquiao could get knocked out, but the Filipino people still gonna stay behind him. It shouldn't be about race when it comes to support. It shouldn't be. I agree with you. I've been saying that since day one. If you know my channel, but it was motherfuckers that always be like, no punch is about race. You know that boxing was built about race. All right. Lately, I've been hearing talking. I hear channels talking about race. All right, let me give my 2 cents. I'm gonna tell you why things are. And look. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. Blue Blood Sports TV was supposed to be he's in with cahoots with BLK Prime. And what you hear about BLK Prime, a bunch of motherfuckers hating it. Everybody should have been on hands on deck. Nobody should be questioning. Everybody should be like, you know what? Yo, he's one of us in this community, whether people agree with him or not, damn, he's doing something bigger than the YouTube stuff. Let's support BLK Prime. Mexicans who hate Canelo still watch him fight. Right? They support the fighter, not the precision of boxing. Boxing is racist. Boxing is racist? Nah, boxing ain't racist. Boxing is not racist. Boxing could be tribal. You could pick your culture. You could pick your countrymen. You know what I'm saying? But it's not racist. Nah, boxing is not racist. Who said boxing was racist? What other Latino is selling besides Canelo? Nobody's selling like Canelo. That's not the point. Nobody's looking at the numbers to sell like Canelo. Nobody sells like Canelo. How much does Stephen Fulton sell? Let me know. How about Jamal Charlo? How about Demetrius Andre? Maybe if y'all was supporting Demetrius Andre, and when he fights, there's 15,000 people, 16,000 people when he fights. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Canelo Alvarez will see that, and the people will be like, and the zone people at the time will be like, we need to get that fight.
But even Eddie Hearn said that David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez is a big fight. But, you know, David Benavidez got to perform versus Kalen Plant first.
Who?
Eddie Hearn was saying David Benavidez got to perform against Kalen Plant first. And he goes, Canelo Alvarez, he said this earlier, Canelo Alvarez has already told Eddie if he wins, he's acknowledging this fight. Like he's looking at it right now.
So Benavidez has to perform to get the fight, but John Ryder didn't perform. He just won because this guy had a broken
Before
hand.
meaning that if he beats Caleb Plant.
If he beats Caleb Plant, he beats Caleb Plant, he's still deserving of the fight.
But they say that his resume is trash. David Benavidez' resume is trash, is what they're saying as well.
Oh wow.
Well, it just is what it is, isn't it?
When they're comparing the resume, what are they trying to do?
Trying to justify the John Ryder fight.
All the resumes is below Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
All the resumes. So everything is irrelevant. Nothing is going to match up to Canelo Alvarez. So saying that, oh, this person got no resume, so he doesn't deserve Canelo Alvarez fight. All their resumes below Canelo Alvarez. They never going to catch up to Canelo Alvarez. None of them. There is not even no legends for them to fight to capitalize. There is no Shane Mosley. There is no Cotto. You know what I'm saying? There is none. You can't fight Flo Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So there is no fight out there that's going to propel you to a Canelo Alvarez type of resume. So everybody is beneath Canelo Alvarez in terms of resume. So all that people coming with a narrative and telling others, well, what's their resume? All the resumes below Canelo Alvarez. That's irrelevant.
Yeah, I guess. But, you know, it at least gives David Benavidez, there's eyes on him on this fight. And not only is the world watching, Saul Canelo Alvarez is watching. His eyes are on it.
You know why? Because that's that's going to be a built-in resume. Mm-hmm. If David Benavidez knocks out or beats Caleb Plant, they're going to be like, well, Canelo Alvarez already did that. So what? You see? That's another built-in narrative. Well, Canelo Alvarez already did that. And it'll be worse. It'll be worse if David Benavidez go to it and have a decision versus Caleb Plant. It'll be worse because people are going to be like, well, Canelo Alvarez knocked him.
And that's why I'm going to just say this. My conversation with David Benavidez' dad behind the scenes was that I said to him, if your son beats Caleb Plant better than Canelo, right? I said to him, if your son beats up Caleb Plant better than Canelo, that gives him the edge for where now people got to say, wait there. Nah. The Mexican monster might have arrived. He is the truth. And if that happens, he said to me, we already know, right? He goes, of course our intentions are to break down Caleb Plant and really do a job on him. You know what I mean? So they already know it. And you say it all the time. And everybody realizes it's that time. See, people got to know. When Punch was telling the Haneys, there wasn't no hate. He was telling the Haneys, you got to outperform the Teofimo Lopez's, the Ryan Garcias, the Tank Davises to get the fans on your side. You got to knock someone fucking out. This is just the boxing language that we understand today in the excitement of the sport. Motherfuckers don't want to see this pity-patty and moving around and grabbing and jabbing and just trying to do a chest move to do the most, you know, you can to avoid getting into a fucking fight. You get me? So we're in this time that David Benavidez got to fucking put the smoke. He got to knock Caleb Plant the fuck out, and he got to tell the world after he beats him up, now tell me if I'm the Mexican monster, and let me see if you want me to fight Canelo next.
I'm glad that you brought that up because I said people saw it as hate, and I'm saying that Devin Haney needs to outperform his contemporaries. Now, where in the sport of boxing have you ever seen this in the history of the sport of boxing, 100+ year sport? The undisputed in your division is not the big fight in your own division as the undisputed. You mean two other guys is a bigger fight in your division as an undisputed. And look at this. It's not like Devin Haney is about to fight some other rank fighter and stuff like that. Devin Haney is going to fight Lomachenko, one of the most respected fighters of this era. Still in his prime, and it's still not the biggest fight in the lightweight division. You know why? Because you did not outperform your contemporaries. Now, look at my guy, right? Demis Andre. What do they say about his last performance? Oh, but look how he performed versus Desmond Nicholson. Well, Desmond Nicholson, look how he performed versus Berlanga. Even if Demis Andre beat him, knocked him down 2-3 times, shutout in every judge. All the judges gave him all the rounds. He won each and every round, knocked him down.
No, this is what they wanted. This is what they wanted.
Hold on. Threw more punches. Oh, look at his performance, though. In the end of the day, Demetrius Andre was supposed to take him out. Demetrius Andre was supposed to take out all these opponents. Now you can't shame Canelo. Because even they're gonna bring up a guy that they a lot of people don't respect his skills in tanning up to this point. Edgar Berlanga did better. If you can't even outperform Edgar Berlanga in terms of knocking your opponent out, it's hard to argue. You got to give it to the people. We don't believe you. You need more people. I understand the people. I understand them. Even though I don't have to agree with them, but I'm like, shit. Damn, you gotta knock. You had to stop him. You had to stop this guy. It is what it is. What you was about to say? If someone makes it.
Yo.
Yeah.
So look, man, it's what it is. Like I said, man. Same way. What you're saying. Go and read the chat. I'm just doing something.
Yeah, he said if someone makes a constructive critique or credit on Canelo, this person will be a hater by the fans. It's true. Trust me, I've been through that. Why no one supports Lara? Ain't he Latino? People do support Lara. But Lara also is not a fan-friendly fighter. Lara's not a fan-friendly fighter. And these guys and these other guys that you mentioned and missed is on the come up. Mention the guys that are in the elites, that are champions, that done enough for them to get the type of the support. It's like people fight it. People don't want to like, and that's why there's a community. Yeah, right. That's why there's a community that don't get better because they always. But what about them? But what about them? But what about them? No, I don't understand you. No, but what about Matias? And what about Lara? It's like Mister. No. What about Lara? What about Matias? Or what about this, man? What about your own?
Yes, sir.
It's the same mentality. Same mentality that no other culture respects. Keep on. What about them? What about them? I don't understand you. What about them? What about them? What about y'all? You want to know why Jamar Charlo's not fighting Canelo Alvarez? You want to know why Canelo they're not fighting Demis Andre? All right. This is a business. Is a business, man. The value is not there. Y'all don't support y'all own the way y'all support it. And once they're fucking undefeated and multiple divisional champions. Support come out in numbers. You know who's going when it's Virtual Tees versus Boost Ennis, you know who's going to be the A side? Mr. Holmes? They in the same level. You know if Boost Ennis fights Conor Ben, you know who's going to be the A side? You know who's going to be the A side? You know who's going to be the A side, right? You let me know why. You let me know why Virgil Ortiz is going to be the A side if he fights Boost Ennis. Let me know why.
Yeah, it's true. They got the fan base. They got the supporters. People want to pay for their fights. They got more loyal fan base. That's all it is. See, the problem is there's a lot of talk in America for the fighters. A lot of people want to slander other fighters for fighters. They don't really support the fighter. Deontay fucking Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, after he gave everything to the fans, risked his life, does 75,000 pay-per-views. Come on, bro. Even Jake Paul's doing 750,000. And here's the heavyweight champion of the world, ex-heavyweight champion of the world, the king they called him in America. Everybody went ride and die for Deontay Wilder, but they were fake fans. Just capitalizing on his name. But yo, is what it is.
How does Deontay Wilder sells almost 200,000 less. Let's say 175 or $150,000 less than Andy Ruiz versus Chris Arreola.
It don't make sense.
Huh?
That's because the Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola sold it to the Latino Mexican fan base. And the Mexicans came out in numbers for the fight.
Go ahead, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes, why did Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola sells more than a Deontay Wilder? Almost 150, 175,000 more. Almost 200. How about that? Why? Come on, man. Come on, man. Cheap ass, whack ass support. I'm letting y'all know. See, sometimes, look, in life, it's also good to adopt a certain things that work, right? Right? You know what's the good thing about New York? You know what I'm saying? That you're born and raised with different type of cultures. You know the good about other cultures. You know what's good, whether it's a cuisine, whether it's culture, whether it's togetherness, whether it's division, whether it's prideful, whether everything. That's the beauty in New York City. That you see every culture. You could see that certain cultures are more proud loudly than others. You could see that certain cuisines are better. You could see the mannerism. You could see sometimes their hygiene in certain cultures is just better. You know what I'm saying? But so you know, there's this is that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you could give diss each other in certain things, but you know other cultures. And I know this certain culture. You tell every other culture about, look, mister, have a honest conversation when different cultures, what they think of the African American culture. Go ahead. Have an honest conversation. Have an honest conversation. Or vice versa. Maybe the Latinos, or whether it's Mexican in the West Coast, whether Caribbean Latinos or whatever, whether Middle Eastern, have a conversation on what this culture feel about this culture, the negative, the positive, what they could adopt from this culture that makes their culture even better. Have that serious conversation. Have that serious conversation. You know what other cultures will say in our community? Other cultures in our community will say, let's say New York, right? Because not every place is the same. Let me know if I'm wrong. Anybody from New York or anybody in the inner city, let me know if I'm wrong. Y'all ready? Y'all want to have this conversation? Because everything translates to the sport of boxing as well. How many black business owned stores, restaurants, delis, grocery stores, supermarkets, clothing store are in your community compared to Latinos, Middle Eastern, Asian? How many restaurants are black owned, African American? Let's not say Jamaican or anything like that. African American, right? How many is black owned? How many stores? How many delis? How many? And I'm going to tell you why other cultures may look down on this culture. Because if you're not needed, if you're not supplying a service, then people don't feel like they need you. He said, Punch, your culture faces the same problem plus more if you don't stop it. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not in my neighborhood, bro. Not in my community. Not in my community, bro. I'm being honest. It's not. Nope. I don't get not in my community, man. You that's what I mean. Yeah. And look, and I'm telling you, I'm giving y'all New York perspective out here. Y'all could go to any major cities. We could talk about it. You let me know your city. Let me know. I don't know. Y'all can come with all the political terms. I'm being real with y'all. I'm being real. And this is within the black community as well. Like, I have these conversations even with my brothers, and they know it as well. The support is not the way that they will support other coaches support their own. And I think people are gonna get too emotional about this. I'm gonna jump off this conversation because people just don't want to be real. People don't want to be real. People don't want to be real. It's all right. If all Latinos, Middle Eastern, and Asian people close out their deli, or let's say white too, close out the deli and the supermarkets, where you gonna get your food? Where you gonna get your food? In your community. Let's be real. All the Latinos, Middle Eastern, Asian, and white, where are you gonna get your food? Hmm? They just get online and hate on anyone who's not. They're not real boxing fans. Si hicieran la bodega, ¿ah? El salón, la bodega, el salón, el supermarket. Dime, ¿no? Que vamos a comprar la comida. Yo quiero comer ahora, pero van a cerrar todos los latinos, the Middle Eastern. ¿A dónde que yo voy a comprar mi comida? ¿A dónde? ¿A dónde voy a comprar mi comida, señor? African Americans, I feel like should be support y'all fighters more, harder. Supposed to be just like the Mexican fan base, like the UK fan base, like the Irish fan base. Deontay Wilder should be one of the biggest stars in the sport of boxing. Maybe the biggest fighter, maybe the biggest. He said, punch you bugging. Use Google. Fuck a Google. I know experience. It's my community, bro. I don't need Google. I don't need Google. I've been in major cities throughout my life. I don't need Google. Go through experience, bro. They get Google. Google need to ask me questions. Google need to come to my community and ask me questions. Google need to come to my community to ask me questions. They're gonna ask me questions about my community. Google need to ask me questions. He said in Dallas they shop for groceries at El Rancho La Mochacana y Fiesta. Yo, Carlos, if they close El Rancho, where they gonna go at? Where everybody gonna go to get their food then? If they close El Rancho. LeBron James' son is bigger than any American. He got more finals because his dad. I'm talking about in boxing, though. In boxing. While they're doing what Tank is doing, but even better. Knocking people out, but he doesn't get the support. As a heavyweight champion of the world that's knocking everybody out, there's a problem. There's a gap. There's a gap. Wilder should be bigger. Even Wilder will say it in the interview that we should look after our own. Earl Spence said that too. Even Earl Spence said it before, that we should be looking out for our own like the Mexicans look out for theirs. Earl Spence said that. I'm not saying nothing that your favorite fighter never said. Never. Let me see if I can find it. Matter of fact, let's go with facts. Let's go. Let's see if we can find it. You wanted me to Google, right? Okay, I'll Google. You said. Let's see. It could have killed. No. Let's see. I know I did a video, but I want to hear the quotes when he said it. There's videos of Earl Spence saying it. Hold on. Oh shit. I did a video about it. Maybe we could do a video about it. We'll do a video. Oops. Punch. Send me the link. Where? Yo, Raps, are you still there? Come on, man. You can't be taking breaks, man. Come on, man. You can't be taking breaks, man. We're in a live show right now. Let me know when you're good.
Nah, man, I'm listening to you.
Oh,
Man, I'm hearing you out, bro. I'm just letting you get your piece off. I don't know. It went to another side, man. I said, yo, Punch got to do his thing. You know what I mean? You and this Holmes guy, I don't know what was going
on. When Canelo retires. I mean, I mean, you could speak on it if you want because you bring a different perspective. You come from a different type of the side of the pond. So, you know what I'm saying? You come from a community that knows how to support their fighters. You know, it's never been about color when it comes to the UK fighters. You know, everybody get their support. Everybody get their, you know, from Anthony Joshua. You remember back in the look, and to tell you about the Floyd Mayweather thing, you remember the time when Floyd Mayweather was with Anthony Joshua and everybody basically ignored Floyd Mayweather. You remember that video? And they
on.
was going
Yeah, it
to
looked
Anthony
like
Joshua.
that because he was in England, right? And Anthony Joshua was the bigger star coming up. And Floyd came there. Yeah, he didn't get the love. Like Anthony Joshua was getting more attraction than Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd didn't like that. I remember some couple of the girls, they were all going towards Anthony Joshua instead of Floyd. Remember? Yeah, I remember that.
Yo,
I remember that.
look at Derek Chisora's career. Do you think if Derek Chisora would have been African American, will you think his career would be the same? Be honest.
What do you mean? Derek Chisora is Derek Chisora.
Yeah, if he was African American, if he was from here, not from the UK, would he get supported with all those losses that he has in his career?
I don't know, man, because in England, Derek Chisora is still a fighter that people respect because he goes and fights everybody. Still gives you the best of himself. It's not about losing. It's about that the man is willing to go in there and give the fans what they want. You know what I'm saying? Derek Chisora has always been the guy that, all right, if Derek's going to fight, you know, people know that he's going to give it something. So they don't really slander him for losing like they would in America. You're right. American fighters are scared to lose. They feel like they lose, that the fans are slandering every single fighter who's losing. But it's not like that in other cultures.
Exactly. That's why I asked. If he was American, do you think that Derek Chisora, after his 6 loss, will be respected?
Probably not. because look how they do their own fighters when they lose 1 or 2 times. You know what I mean? They write them off. But these kind of fighters still will get support, even if they had 10 losses.
Yep.
That's all it is. And it's not like Derek has already been selling pay-per-views and shit as well. And you know, even though he's lost many times, people respect that his journey, he's always given his all and fought the best. You know what I'm saying? When somebody fights the best, you can't knock him, even though he's losing. He's fighting the fucking best. So it's a different kind of respect. It's a different kind of respect, man. And I feel over there, they want people to be bionic mans.
Think about this. Mikey Garcia lost to Earl Spence. And the next fight for Mikey Garcia, he made $7 million to fight Jesse Vargas on the zone.
Yeah, but
Why?
that was
Why
a
did this?
lucky opportunity, though.
Yeah, but what I'm just saying is, why does the zone feel like, oh, we need to throw all this money to Mikey versus Jesse? What's
To
Mikey?
capture the Latino fan base.
Why? Because they feel like, you know what? We could throw this money.
They'll subscribe.
Yeah. And I'm not saying they didn't throw money to African American fighters.
Yeah,
like
yes, they did.
Devin Haney.
Yep.
Demise
Andre.
Andre. And then what happened? See,
Yeah.
it wasn't that people wasn't willing to invest. Is that probably Eddie Hearn be like, man, look at all this money we're throwing to Demise Andre. Where the fuck is his fan base? Where is it? Damn, Devin Haney. Shit, man, we giving all this money. Man, I don't even think we could put him in. We could put him in fucking Oakland.
Yeah, you're right, bro. At the end of the day, people never sold, and because their value never sold, DAZN had to pull the plug because they weren't
Match from
getting the
USA.
subscribers.
Match from USA went to the damn ground. It burned. Not because of the fighters. Not because of the fighters. Because of their fan base. You didn't subscribe to the zone. You didn't support them. You didn't come out in big numbers. They didn't come out in big numbers to support these fighters.
Yo, Punch. Hey, yo, to everyone. To Mr. Moonshine, the man himself, 24/7 boxing. Yo, thanks for having Rapstar on the show, bro.
Me too, bro. I'm about to time out. Good looking out, everybody, man. Love y'all. Tomorrow
I
we
might
back
go
at
live for a few minutes. Not for long.
Tomorrow we back at it. Shout out to everybody, man, on the channel. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.